Today we have directly touched over 80,000 student leaders and over millions of students indirectly through this Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad.
ज्ञान का दालन बोल के मेरी भारत माता उभर आने वाली है।
Politics was considered as a mission. And of late, some people started making it a commission and giving some remission and doing some omission, leaving the passion for the nation. So now the time has come again for all of us, particularly the younger generation, to join politics in a big way.
भारतवर्ष को बनाना है तो प्रेम से बनेगा, गुस्से से नहीं बनेगा, याद रखिए।
लेकिन मैं कह रहा हूं कि अगर चुनाव करना पड़े कि स्कूल बनाने और पुल बनाने में पहले किसको चुनना है, तो पहले स्कूल बनाना चाहिए। पढ़ लिख जाएंगे बच्चे, अपने आप पुल बना लेंगे।
सूखी नदियां हैं, उनको भरी हुई नदियों से जोड़ दो ताकि इधर भी जिंदगी हो जाए और उधर भी जिंदगी हो जाए।
इक्कीसवीं शताब्दी में मेरी भारत माता विश्व गुरु बनने की काबिलियत रखता है। इट विल बिकम अ विश्व गुरु इन द 21st सेंचुरी। उसका छोटा सा उदाहरण, छोटा सा सिंबल यहाँ बन गया है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है।
We have only two options. Either we live together
I request you all to please sit down on their seats. Today is not just another day. It's new opportunity, a new chance, and a new beginning. First day of your college life, so embrace it. A very good morning to all the honorable university dignitaries, chief guests, distinguished personalities, students, parents, and my dear friend of MIT World Peace University School of Commerce. It gives me immense pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to grace this occasion and to start a new relation, to mark a new landmark of success. Allow me to welcome you all to Induction Program 2022-23 by MIT World Peace University School of Commerce. This is a much awaited program for every student as they start a new journey at a new place with new people. I request the students to register themselves outside if they have not done it yet. As per our tradition, we as the students of MIT World Peace University are enriched with the value of having the World Peace Prayer in the beginning of any occasion to seek the blessings of Almighty. So I would request everyone to rise in your seats, join your hands, and let there be consistency maintained in the happiness. I request technical team to kindly play the prayer.
प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणेषु सकलार्थमतिप्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि दूजी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
Thank you, technical team, for playing the World Peace Prayer. Moving ahead, the easiest way to learn is through listening to a story. A person with great combination of head and heart who always tells short stories and inspire the students and the people surrounded by her. I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Anjali Sane ma'am, Associate Dean, Head of School, School of Commerce, to address the gathering with her inclining views. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Simone. Good morning all, and welcome to MITWPU School of Commerce. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Dear all, it is both an honor and a privilege for me, Dr. Anjali Sane, to stand before you today and welcome you all to this amazing community. Today on International Youth Day, it is appropriate that we warmly welcome the incumbent batch of the students to the School of Commerce. I also extend a warm welcome to all the parents and guardians and look forward to their support and cooperation in the years to come. A very special welcome to our chief guest for today, Brigadier Vijay Kala sir, Principal Director Training at the prestigious National Defense Academy located at Khadakwasla in Pune. He is a Sena medalist and has truly set a benchmark for multi-hyphenated achievements. Sir, it is an honor for us that you could spare time from your busy schedule and address our students today. We look forward to a long-term association with you as well as National Defense Academy. I also extend a warm welcome to Dr. Bini Sareen ma'am, who is the Peace Ambassador, Regional Director, Global Peace Initiative for India by USA, Doctor of Spirituality, Brahma Kumari's Global Hospital, Mount Abu. As we are a World Peace University, It is apt that our guest of honor is a peace ambassador and has come all the way from Mount Abu to be with us. Thank you so much, ma'am, for kindly sparing your time from your schedule. At the School of Commerce, we believe in providing cutting-edge professional knowledge to our students in the field of commerce and business. Towards this goal, we have signed MOU with the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and it is our privilege that we have with us CS Sanjay Pathare sir, who is the chairman of the Pune chapter of ICSI. Sir, we look forward to your address and our continued association with ICSI. We also have with us Chartered Accountant Dilip Sadbhai sir, past President ICAI, that is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and the convener at Pune GST Study Group of Indirect Tax Committee of ICAI. Welcome, sir, and we look forward to your motivational address on CA as a career option. It is our privilege to welcome ACCA Nu Kushal sir, who represents Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, our knowledge partner, with whom we have signed the Memorandum of Understanding for the BCom Honours Program in collaboration with ACCA. Welcome, Nu, and we look forward to your address. Thank you. I would specifically like to mention a warm welcome to Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay sir, who is from the MIT family itself. Sir is an inspirational leader, a motivational speaker, and an advisor. So we look forward to your address. Thank you for joining us today. I would like to mention Shri CS Saurabh Shah sir, who is the Western India Regional Council President of Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, who was supposed to be here. However, as today morning I have received a message from him that he is unwell and will not be able to join us today. However, next week we will definitely be having an address by Saurabh Shah sir for all our first year students. I also welcome our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Tapan Panda sir, who is a well-known academician and researcher and who will definitely help us in setting new benchmarks at the School of Commerce. So I welcome Honorable Tapan Panda sir as well for the function. I also welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. R.M. Chitnis sir, who is a pillar of strength and support and a mentor to all of us. Once again, on behalf of our founder president, revered Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad sir, Executive President Shri Rahul Karad sir, I welcome all the parents and students to the induction function at the School of Commerce. It is with hopes and aspirations, dreams and ambitions that you are on this campus this morning. You are raring to go. Everything is new to you. New classrooms, new teachers, new friends, and even new technology. But this institution towers tall and has stood here like a spreading tree of knowledge for decades. So you have come to a place which has a rich tradition. But we have not fossilized. We have embraced change every step of the way. As you look around, you can see the modern facilities at MIT World Peace University. So welcome, dear students, to a time of zestful living and wonderful learning. Welcome, welcome once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anjali Sane ma'am, for those hearty words of welcome to our esteemed guests and also to the first year students. We will now be having lighting of lamp. Okay, not there here, but add it here. Moving ahead, I would request all the dignitaries for proceeding towards lighting the lamp. Moving ahead, I would now like to request Professor Dr. Tapan Panda, sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Business and Leadership Division, MIT World Peace University, to share his words of wisdom. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to you all. Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, members on the dais, dear students who are on campus, professors, senior students, ladies and gentlemen. Every year, when you welcome your students, it looks like you take a rebirth, isn't it? As Dr. Sunny was talking about, that this is the first year of your college. I remember that once you finish your class 10 during our time, we used to go to college. So this time parents are more careful and they put you 2 more years in the school so that when you come to the class or a college, you come at the undergrad level only. But we are fortunate to have our college days after completing class 10 so that we can be free from that uniform. You know, one of the troubles for students in school is uniform. And all of you are at a very crucial stage of your life. It's called teenager. I think the teenager starts at the age of 13 because after 12, 13 comes and it runs till 19 because teen has to be there with the age that you talk about. That's a period of time where you need to take a very critical decision about your life from your friends, from your school, and then you pick up a career there. Over the year, you have seen that there are different kind of courses which are being thrown to you as you grow up as a student or your parents look for. But one of the meaty courses is a commerce course. There are other courses which you have. For example, I come from the business background. So a lot of students go for the bachelor in business administration program. So they tend to study too many subjects. And many a times they ask a question also, why did they study so many subjects there? Probably this is the time when you have to learn everything about business and then slowly you grow up to specialize in one of the domains. That's what a business student will probably go. But when you look at a commerce student, the commerce student is very clear from the beginning. After class 12, he joins in an undergrad program in commerce. Most of the skills that he learns are about business and finance. And you understand that finance is the lifeblood of an organization. This can be a confession of a marketing professor, though marketing brings revenue, but without finance, things cannot run there. And when I saw the list of guests, those who are present here, they're actually indicator of what kind of future paths which are available for you after you finish your BCom program. Most of the students, those who do a business course, they will end up doing a master's in business. But students, those who do an undergrad program like a BCom program, they have multiple options to choose from. Somebody can go into company secretary, who becomes a company secretary. Somebody can become a chartered accountant. And I understand there are other certifications which are also available, which will give you jobs internationally or globally. So first I would like to congratulate all the parents, those who have not decided in favor of certain courses which are very generic in nature and have taken a decision to join a course which is very specific and focused in the field of commerce and finance. When you look at the structure and the design of the courses, you can see the reflection of our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Chitnis. It has been his brainchild. He has worked very hard to design these course modules when he was taking care of that part. Later on, when the people joined back, they just refreshed it, enriched it, added new courses, added new certification program, but the core of the course remains there. While you are in the university, other than just studying about business and commerce, you have an opportunity to learn many things. As I told you, that you are at your teenage and you are going to become a true human being. There are other aspects of life which you tend to learn when you are at undergrad program day. For example, in our university, you hear a lot about peace, the idea of peace. So, she is not here, but Brahma Kumaris are one of the great institutions that talks about the peace, so also our university. So one part of your course that you are going to study is about peace. So you must be wondering, what does peace all about? But it is so beautifully structured that it will sensitize you to understand what peace is and how important it is in life to understand what peace is. You know, when you look at peace, it has got 2 dimensions. One is the inward peace, and the other one is the outward peace. Outward peace talks about harmony in the society, how you live together in the community. That's what you're going to learn here when you see your friends, those who are here. And peace, when you blow it up higher, how people live between the nations or the world over. But that is only possible only when you have internal peace. And here is this course and university where you get an opportunity where you can learn the art of how to build that internal peace. This internal peace is driven by few things. One of the things that drives internal peace is discipline. Compared to other universities, when you look at our university, there is a high sense of discipline that is being built. So parents should be sure that they have left their child to a good institution where the self-discipline is a process that the children are going to learn as a part of curriculum or outside the curriculum also. Once you have got the discipline, you can channelize all your energies and focus them together towards your goals. That's one of the reasons why you take up a professional course. But if you do not have those kind of discipline within, there's a tendency for you to distribute your energy levels into various activities. Some of them are productive and some of them are non-productive. When you look at the discipline, you have an extremes. In one extreme, you have students who are involved into a lot of non-productive activities, which takes away the focus of their life. And the other extreme is brigadier present here, where you are too much into discipline because you are committed beyond yourselves towards the nation. I'm pretty sure when he comes and delivers his address here, you are going to get few lessons that will take you how you should grow up and how should you keep your goals higher than your life or existence as a student, as a citizen of this nation. Because whenever you see people in the uniform, it brings out a new kind of spirit within you, right? New kind of spirit and thought and energy within you. So there are a couple of lessons which you are going to learn from him, from his life and the kind of training that they give there. So there is one more dimension that you have to look at is discipline dimension. I'm pretty sure the courses are designed in such a way that it will make you disciplined functionally because of the courses, examinations which are there. And also from a personality point of view, you will get many opportunity to participate in multiple events here. For example, today evening, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are hosting the civil servants, the IAS officers, who have recently been selected to civil services there. They will come, many of them are coming here and they are going to inspire you. You know, you understand that preparing for a civil service is a very tough job, right? Those who have gone through that exercise, you ask them. Those who have gone through that exercise and have failed in life not getting into civil service, you ask them. They'll give you better explanations than those who have been very successful in the process there. But here is an opportunity for you to look into other aspects of life, including how to prepare for a civil service examination or how to prepare for example, if you're interested for appearing a common admission test or you want to go abroad. So the university inwardly has a vision for building up Indian ethos and values and outwardly wants to transform you and transform you as a global citizen because you understand global certification is very important. So you are required to be a global citizen. You know that we are passing through a very tough time in the world. On one side, there are schools of thought that talks about domestication of economies. They said that you can survive by yourself. China is an example of that. If you've seen last 5-7 years of decision of China, they would like to look at the domestic consumption levels. Of course, India was always focused on domestic consumption levels. Whereas the other side of the world, the Western world talks about how do you go and globalize the business processes there. So you are at the right time of the history where you are going to solve this conflict that talks about strengthening internally the economic system and the business systems of a nation, and outwardly how do you go and integrate your business system. But for integrating that with the global systems, you need to have global certification programs. So I was referring about a couple of programs which are global programs where you can be a part. You can also travel to a foreign country and be a part of foreign university for doing a couple of semesters there or an immersion programs. So at the end of this exercise, when you will graduate, we will find a different you inside this room or wherever you are. Because these are the 2 points that you have in life. An induction program, where you come into the program, and there's a program where you graduate called convocation program, and in between is the period where you transform yourself as a professional, as an individual. I spent quite a long period of time with Brahma Kumaris. Most of the summers that I used to visit to MITWPU and spend time there. I have a couple of friends who are full-time Brahma Kumaris there. They have a very popular television channel. If you have seen Peace of Mind channel that comes there, I am a follower of Peace of Mind channel there, so where they talk about refining yourself, refining your soul through getting a connection with the higher ones. Maybe this is something which is not at this point of time many of you will think about, but as you grow up, you will understand that there is some other power which is required to succeed in life. And how exactly you can get through is a process that Brahma Kumaris talk about. I'm happy that she is present here. So I take this opportunity to welcome you all to the program there. And there will be many occasions when we'll get an opportunity to speak to you, interact with you, and also have a conversation with your parents. And I wish to thank all the dignitaries on the dais. They come from various backgrounds for finding some time and addressing our students there. And sister was not present here where I spoke about my relations with Brahma Kumaris there at Mount Abu. From school days, that has been some relationship. But latter part of life, it has been more and more there. So I wish all the best to all of you as a professional, as a human being, and as someone who represents the globe and who leaves his imprints and marks on this earth before he says goodbye to the world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Tapan Panda, sir, for always being a support throughout and providing the guidance. Moving ahead, I would like to call upon Honorable Professor Dr. Ravi Kumar Chitnis, sir, Vice Chancellor, MIT World Peace University, to enlighten our audience with his stirring views.
Good morning and namaskar to all of you. Honorable Brigadier Sir, Principal Director Kalaji from National Defense Academy, Honorable Kuchalji, Honorable Dr. Tapan Panda, Honorable Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay, Honorable Dr. Bini Sarin, Dr. Pathre Sir, and Dr. Anjali Sane, all the faculty members of MIT, guests from NDA, their parents and dear students. At the outset, let me share with you what is MIT World Peace University. In 1983, Dr. Karad sir, who is a founder, president of MIT, was assistant professor in mechanical engineering thermodynamics in College of Engineering, Pune. 150-year-old college started by Britishers. He then wrote an article in local newspaper saying that there are no private engineering colleges in Maharashtra, only 2 colleges or 3 colleges in entire Maharashtra. So students have to go to other states like Goa, Gujarat, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh for taking engineering education. Chief Minister then Vasantdada Patil invited him for discussion. And he asked him, why don't you start college? And the first private engineering college came in when Dr. Karad said, I don't have money. But then he said that good ideas, noble cause will be supported by all. And in a very humble way, in rented apartment, 2 rooms, MIT College of Engineering was started. Then you know the history. That engineering college came here, Management Institute, Arts, Science, Commerce College, College for Pharmacy, College for Polytechnic, College for School of Government, and everything started on this campus. But then we increased number of campuses. But one important thing happened in 2017 was that we were elevated to the status of university. From 1983 to 2017, we were affiliated to University of Pune. And we always ranked as #1 engineering college throughout. The story of expansion is very exponential. And today, 2017 onwards, we have 4 large universities. One is this, which is a flagship main university. One university is MIT Art Design Technology University, 26 kilometers from here, which is also known in the entire country as Rajbagh. It was Raj Kapoor's biggest studio after Mumbai in Chembur, which after his sad demise wrote to his wife saying that this studio will not go to sons and daughter, but it will go to academic institutions. And 200-acre large MIT art design technology is established there. In Ujjain, near Indore, MIT Avantika University, which has a more of a design thinking in all the courses, like we have MIT World Peace University Peace Program in all the major degrees. Then we have in Northeast, in Meghalaya, that is MIT Shillong University. Other than that, 70 plus colleges are affiliated to University of Pune, University of Solapur, University of Medical Sciences of Maharashtra. 2 medical colleges are there with 700 plus beds. In one life, Dr. Karad started or created all this. At any point of time in this college, this university, 1,000 plus professors, 2,000 plus staff, 20,000 plus students are on the campus. Dr. Karad would not come today because he lost his wife just 2 weeks back. But if Dr. Karad was here, what he would have said? He should be physically fit, mentally alert, intellectually sharp, and spiritually elevated. I'm not an expert about spiritual elevation, but my colleague Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay may speak on that. Physically you are fit because of your age, but will you be physically fit 20 years from now, 40 years from now, when you become your dad's age or mom's age? Someone took critical care of you. You were in 9 long months in your mother womb when she was taking critical care of you. And then you saw light of the day and you saw this world. She took you to hospital when you were too small, too young. Then she took you to the KG school, kindergarten school. Your father financed, father invested time in you, gave protection to you. Your brother's elder brother, elder sister protected you. And then you completed 11th, 12th and you are here in MIT. If Dr. Karad was here, in addition to you should be physically fit, mentally alert, intellectually sharp, and spiritually elevated all the time till you become 80, 85, the last day of your stay on this planet. He would have said that. But more than that, he would have said that, listen to this Indian traditional knowledge called as Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava, Acharya Deva Bhava, and then Atithi Deva Bhava. And that's why I started with you being in critical care of your mother's womb and then coming up to 12th, completing 12th and coming to the university. Your father and mother were God to you. And that's why Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava. May I appeal every day early in the morning and evening, touch their feet and show your respect. They don't want anything from you, but they want betterment of your life all the time till they are alive. And after that, Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava, Dr. Karad sir would have said, Acharya Deva Bhava. These are the faculties. They are now your father and mother for 3 years. Respect them, listen to them, don't go away from them. Open your mind. They will be strict, rather stricter than your father and mother, but that is MIT. You could feel that today they are soft and welcoming you, but for your betterment, they will be very hard, harsh at times with you, not all the times. Your father and mother are requested that you support our teachers. We assure you, you give your daughter to us, we will return you gentlewoman and superwoman out of it. You give your son to us, we'll give gentleman out of it, and the best of the best, hard-working guy. 3 years hard work here, your life is made. 3 years of fun in some other college, your life is gone. 3 saal saja zindagi bhar maja, that is MIT. 3 saal maja, which you have done in 11th, 12th, is zindagi bhar saja. So you are shifting from some other culture to this culture. It's my responsibility and duty to aware you that this is MIT. And we don't bother whether your father or your mother is Narendra Modi or Joe Biden. We will not listen to them at any point of time if your girl student or boy is doing wrong. Whatever are the rules and regulations of MIT, we will abide by that. And that is what we learned from National Defense Academy. World's biggest academy, 10,000 plus acre campus. And they prepare candidates who then become generals, air marshals, and head of Navy later. Sir comes from 88 batch, and he's the principal director, under whom each boy and girl is in a very, very disciplined way, rather harsh. Don't worry, we will not be that harsh as NDA, but we will request you to go to NDA one day and look what kind of a discipline they go by. And at least try to see that some part is instilled in you because of that subtle training program called as a visit to NDA. I would attract your attention to our young and dynamic executive president, Rahul Vishwanath Karad, who now, because of age, 83 of his father, has taken over. And he feels that colonial mindset you should come out. We are approaching to another pocket of patriotism which we have. We have two pockets of patriotism which we open on 26th January and 15th August. But NDA lifetime mission, highest sacrifice is patriotism. And when it comes to Freedom Day, Honorable Rahul Karad says that we should talk to students. Why we call it Freedom Day? Why not a national day? Who are English guys, a small country, to give freedom to large country, and the best and the oldest civilization called Bharat, who converted that into India. Who are they? Are we bird in some cage that they made us free on 15th August? No. We are much better species. So whole idea is not calling it as a National Day instead of Freedom Day, but whole idea is think from the Indian perspective what you can do for our own industries, our own civilization, what you can take from the traditional knowledge and what you can improve upon, thereby we become much better than the Western countries. If Rahul Karad was here, who lost his mother, he would have said that. But in addition to that, he would have added on a very, very important topic, especially for the commerce students, called as innovation and startup program. Everyone wants job, but who will give job? Those who create industry. And why not you create industries? When we were students, such ecosystem was not there where we could start industry. We were asked to focus on job. And that is what we did, because India was a very, very closed, not a global country, and not economically liberalized nation as it is today. But today you have all the support system, and we are saying that we are moving toward Atmanirbhar Bharat. What is that? It has two prongs. One prong is reduce the overemphasis on the imports and increase our exports. But more than that, if you want to increase export, you need to do startups here. And then we'll give you capital. And each faculty member here are given 1,000 faculties are given 1 lakh rupees at the start of every academic year, thereby 10 crores are invested. Each faculty will pick up 5 good boys and girls, and they will train them for starting up some innovative business. Those who go to the next level will get up to 20 lakh rupees, and third level 50 lakh rupees. We'll give you offices here. We have 20,000 square foot high-end offices like Infosys or Wipro or TCS, air-conditioned, fully internet-enabled with a coffee machine and all that. But some students will get chance. Why not? We strive and dream for getting into that project with any faculty who is present here. If not, then you can go to some other faculty also, that you can go to management also, you can go to law also, and make a team and create some innovation and then start a particular project. And as you go to third age, I'm sure that our executive president invites you and says that you now incubate the company, you register a private limited company, and we'll finance you. Your father and mother also can come and support you in these endeavors. In short, what he feels, I will narrate this way, that this is your alma mater. We, whether me or faculty members, we are just an employee. We will retire one day as we attain certain age in our life. We'll ask to leave. New team will come, fresh, younger people will come into this organization. They will become deans, pro-vice chancellors, vice chancellors. We'll have to vacate this seat. But our college is where we did our graduation. We will help that college. Your college, your university, your alma mater is this. The entire life you will come here, use this infrastructure. This entire land belongs to you. Buildings belongs to you. The students who are upcoming batches, they belong to you. You employ them. You give them kind of job or some internship or some training. make use and create a big economy. We are moving from $3 trillion economy to $5 trillion economy. Whether it will happen in 2046, 50, it will happen. But what is the use of that $5 trillion economy where there are no jobs for those hands who are seeking jobs? Then it will be called as India is a very rich country of $5 trillion made of poor people. Individually we'll be poor. But we don't want that India. $5 trillion is important, but 1.40 crore job is also important. And creating that 140 crore job is your responsibility using the alma mater's infrastructure, which is now part of projects and industry through the industry academia, and use your teachers who are there to helpful. And thereby, I assure you, you will become a great entrepreneur. I don't undermine 1 or 2 years of experience through the placement which we make, but then dream, resolve today, decide today, determine today that after 2 years of service, I will jump into business. There are many students on the campus with a family business, they start their own business right when they are students. But we are trying to increase that expanse and increase that canvas by giving a perspective of startup to all of you. My dear students and parents, think on these lines today and you have a different life. If you give job to 1,000, what a great work you have done. If not 1,000, at least 100, if not then 10, if not then at least 2. And if you make a start, if you go ahead, you will be successful. If you don't jump into this, you will not be successful. That's why jump first. And you should not drown when you jump. That's why we are here with this incubation center. Capital is our, incubation center is our. Imagine 1,000 people you have given job, you come here with your private jet or big S-class Mercedes. How different life it will be. How proud we will be of you. I assure we all will come there and publicly salute you for the great work you have done. Give me that promise today, you will do the great work. And last but not the least, as I said, use this campus for lifetime. It might happen with some students that you may go and tell your mom and dad, this XYZ faculty is troubling me, very strict with me for attendance or submissions. And your father, mother says, don't worry beta, 3 साल का ही सवाल है. उसके बाद उसका देखना ही नहीं फेस. ऐसे हुआ भी होगा स्कूल में और कॉलेज, जूनियर कॉलेज में. Come out of that perspective. That teacher is doing good to you. Go and touch his or her feet, say sorry, and ask for the second chance. We all do mistakes, but asking for a second chance, we miss. And that's why I'm trying to bring you at the end to that particular logic, where till you become 80, active life, please come here every day. This is your college, your base, and try to help yourself, try to help others. चलते चलते मेरे ये गीत याद रखना, MITWPU को कभी अलविदा ना कहना. बीच राह में दिलबर कहीं बिछड़ जाए आप मगर, और सुनी सी लगे तुम्हें जीवन की ये डगर, हम सब लौट आएंगे तुम यूं ही बुलाते रहना. कभी अलविदा ना कहना MITWPU को, कभी अलविदा ना कहना. जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार.
We cannot thank you enough for whatever you have done, sir. Your diligence and direction have inspired many with their confidence to climb like a tiger and reach the pinnacle of their ambitions. Thank you so much, sir, for always being there. Moving ahead towards the felicitation ceremony, I would like to request Professor Dr. R.M. Chitnis, sir, Professor Dr. Tapan Panda, sir, and Professor Dr. Anjali Sane, ma'am, to felicitate our esteemed guest. Starting up with Brigadier Vijay Kala, sir. Next, CA Dilip Sadbhai sir. Dilip Sadbhai sir. CS Sanjay Patare sir. Dr. Bini Serene ma'am. Proceeding ahead with ACCA Nuhu Kushal sir. Give a huge round of applause. Proceeding with ACCA Nuhu Kushal sir. Proceeding ahead with Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay sir. Thank you to all the esteemed guests. I feel very privileged to have you all here on the stage. Moving ahead, I now request our guest of honor, Dr. Sanjeev Upadhyay sir, advisor, MIT World Peace University, to address the gathering. But before he starts up with his session, I would like to introduce him to you all. Dr. Sanjeev Govind Upadhyay sir has an experience, a long service of 16 years of working with Canara Bank. He tried and gave his career a fundamentally different direction, as a result of which he went ahead to pursue his interest in writing poetry, acting in amateur theaters in different regional languages, staging one-person acts, performing magic, anchoring TU shows and sports such as Time Shield Cricket, Mumbai Legal Billiards, and snooker all at once. He then made his entry onto the corporate canvas, and as a result of which, he successfully carried out the following assignments. He made corporate films for Narolac Paints, Bajaj, and L&T Infotech, worked with employees of Parle Biscuits, Corona, Bombay Dyeing, mainly focusing on imparting education around work ethics by way of series of interactive learning sessions or cultural programs that he had solely facilitated. Under his theory of spirituality in corporate management, he has conducted personality enhancement session for the employees of small-scale industries in the Mumbai region. He has conducted workshops on MEd, Mumbai University, and NIMS for spirituality in education as an honorary guide for the students. Also, he has worked as an executive cultural advisor with Pravara Rural Education Society and imparted soft skills to 40 schools and 24 colleges. He has worked as an executive director for MIT Group of Institutions, Pune, India. Today, he is well organized and recognized for his ongoing show, Man Karare Prasanna, as well as a motivator, mentor, and guide for various institutions under the MIT Pune. He has till date made huge donations for social causes. I would like to request Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay sir to take over the forum and address the gatherings.
नमस्कार। व्यासपीठ पर उपस्थित सभी महानुभाव और मेरे सामने उपस्थित सब विद्यार्थीगण, कई स्टूडेंट्स देख रहा हूँ मैं, पेरेंट्स के साथ बैठे हैं। पेरेंट्स लोगों के लिए ये बहुत रेयर सिचुएशन है। अभी देख लो बच्चे को कॉलेज में, बाद में कभी आओगे और नहीं दिखाई दिया कॉलेज में, तो अच्छे टीचर्स हैं, अच्छे टेक्नोलॉजी है, सब एवरीथिंग इज़ गुड, अच्छा कैंटीन भी है। तो पहले मेरी विनती आपसे से यही है, चेहरे पे खुशियाँ लाओ। आपके चेहरे ऐसे कि अभी 3 साल के लिए आपको अंदर डाल दिया, ऐसा नहीं है। मेरे बारे में बहुत सारा कहा गया और बहुत देर अपनी खुद की तारीफ सुनना बहुत मुश्किल होता है। चेहरे पे क्या एक्सप्रेशन लाऊं, ये प्रॉब्लम होता है जब अपनी तारीफ हम सुनते हैं वहाँ बैठ के। मतलब बेशर्म में नहीं हो सकता, शर्मा के भी नहीं चलता। और सबसे ह्यूमरस बात ऐसी है, इन्फॉर्मेशन मैंने ही दी है। हाँ, थोड़ा भी अच्छा लगा, थोड़ी तो हंसी आवाज़ सुनाई दी यहाँ पे ऑडियंस से। पहला दिन है कॉलेज का और चेहरे पे हंसी होनी चाहिए, बहुत बढ़िया हंसी होनी चाहिए। MIT कॉलेज का कैरेक्टर क्या है, व्यक्ति रेखा क्या है, वो आप एक मूर्ति से जान सकते हो। वो मूर्ति है संत ज्ञानेश्वर जी की। वो मूर्ति बार बार सिग्नल दे रही है कि ये कैंपस किस चीज़ से बना है, कैसे बना है, इसके पीछे भावना क्या है, ये कैंपस बना किसने बनाया कैंपस। ये किसी पॉलिटिशियन ने बनाया हुआ कैंपस नहीं है, ये कोई बिजनेसमैन ने बनाया हुआ कैंपस नहीं है, ये एक प्रोफेसर ने बनाया हुआ कैंपस है जो खुद शिक्षक था। कॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग पुणे में 20 साल तक डॉक्टर विश्वनाथ करार जी ने सिखाया है और बाद में जब शिक्षक संस्था तैयार करता है सिखाने वाली तो वो अलग रहती है। इसलिए संत ज्ञानेश्वर जी का स्टेचू है यहाँ पर। आप उस उम्र में हो, आपके टीनेजर्स के बारे में बात हुई, लेकिन जहाँ तक टीनेज और ज्ञान का सवाल है, जिनकी मूर्ति है संत ज्ञानेश्वर जी की, उन्होंने भगवत गीता पे निरूपण लिखा है जब उनकी उम्र 16 साल की थी। जस्ट 16 ईयर्स जब उन्होंने ज्ञानेश्वरी लिखी। कहने का मतलब ये रहा कि आप यहाँ आए हो, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट कर लो, चेहरे पे हंसी रखो, तभी मज़ा आएगा। कॉमर्स पढ़ रहे हो, कॉमर्स तो निजी ज़िंदगी में बहुत अच्छा तालमेल हो सकता है, और वो इसलिए हो सकता है कि उसमें अकाउंटेंसी में एक बढ़िया कॉन्सेप्ट है। किताब का नाम है, फोटो निकाल रहे हो? निकाला? थैंक यू। मेरे फोटो अच्छे नहीं आते, क्या बोलते हो बच्चे लोग उसको, कैंडिड। वो अच्छे नहीं आते मेरे। एक ही अच्छा आया था, उस पर शादी हुई। What I mean to say is, what is commerce? तो कॉमर्स में एडवांस अकाउंटेंसी नाम का किताब है, शुक्ला ग्रेवाल जी ने लिखा हुआ, वो 2 राइटर्स से इकट्ठा लिखा हुई इतनी बड़ी बुक है। उसमें एक बढ़िया कॉन्सेप्ट दिया है जो कॉमर्स से उठाकर आप निजी ज़िंदगी में लाओ, ज़िंदगी हसीन हो जाती है। और वो कॉन्सेप्ट है सेपरेट एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट। और इस सेपरेट एंटिटी कॉन्सेप्ट का मतलब यह है कि संजय उपाध्याय एंड कंपनी, दीज आर 2 डिफरेंट एंटिटीज़। इसलिए संजय उपाध्याय ने अगर 10 लाख रुपए इन्वेस्ट किए हैं तो बैलेंस शीट में क्या आएगा, वहाँ पे संजय उपाध्याय का नाम नहीं आता, लेकिन लायबिलिटी साइड में कंपनी के बैलेंस शीट में ये तय किया जाता है कि दिस अमाउंट इज़ टू बी पेड बैक टू संजय उपाध्याय। वहाँ पे शब्द आएगा कैपिटल, लायबिलिटी साइड में। इसका मतलब ये है कि संजय उपाध्याय एंड कंपनी, 2 डिफरेंट एंटिटीज, देयर बिकम्स द डबल एंट्री बुक कीपिंग इनसाइड। अब ये कॉन्सेप्ट अपने ज़िंदगी में लगाओ। घर में जाओगे तो माता पिता के बच्चे होंगे, कॉलेज में आओगे तो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स होंगे। ये सेपरेट एंटिटीज़ है। दुर्गा कैफ़े के पास अलग एंटिटी है, शोरमा कल्चर के पास और तीसरी एंटिटी है। और दुनिया बिल्कुल डिफ़िकल्ट होती जा रही है आपके लिए, इसलिए मैं यहाँ पे काम करता हूँ एज अ मेंटोर। आपको जब भी प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा तो मुझे आके मिल लेना। दुनिया सब उल्टी सुल्टी हो चुकी है ऑलरेडी। हमारे ज़माने में ब्लैक बोर्ड था, वो अभी वाइट बोर्ड हो गया, और चौक सफ़ेद था वो काला हो गया, है ना। कुछ चेंज हो गया तो फैड बोल रहे हैं, पिताजी को डैड बोल रहे हैं, टेस्ट को यम्मी बोल रहे हैं, माँ को मम्मी बोल रहे हैं। कितना चेंज हो रहा है ना। कौवे को क्रो बोल रहे हैं, भाई को ब्रो बोल रहे हैं, शांति को पीस बोल रहे हैं, बहन को सिस बोल रहे हैं। हाँ, ये क्या हो रहा है? ये चपाती को फ्रैंकी बोल रहे हैं, रुमाल को हैंकी बोल रहे हैं। चेंज हो रहा है, ये चेंज हो रहा है, ये अच्छा हो रहा है, बुरा हो रहा है। लेकिन एक बात तो सही है कि बाहर वाइब्रेंट लाइफ है, उस कैनवास पे आपको करियर बनाना है। इतना आसान नहीं है वहाँ करियर बनाना, तो खुद को तैयार करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए। और इसलिए एज अ मेंटोर 10 ही मिनट मुझे है मेरे पास, तो एज अ मेंटोर एंड हैप्पीनेस कोच ऑन MIT कैंपस, मेरा पहला एडवाइस है सब नए बच्चे लोग जो आए यहाँ पे, कि प्यार मत करो। कैसे हंस, सुनाई दे कैसे हंसे? वो क्यों हंसे मतलब है? वो कहते हैं अरे यार हम उसी के लिए तो आए हैं। अरे बंदा कह रहा है प्यार मत करो। जो करियर डॉक्टर चिटनीस सर ने आपके सामने रखा है, अगर उसको अचीव करना है, उसको अचीव करना है तो ये 4 साल तक, जब तक आप पैसे नहीं कमाते तब तक प्यार मत करो। नेटफ्लिक्स, अमेज़ॉन, ये सब गलत दिशा में आपको लेके जा रहे हैं। टू फॉल इन लव इज़ एन एक्सीडेंट, और ये सच्चा प्यार नहीं होता। वो एवरी फोर्टनाइट मंथली ब्रेकअप्स चलते हैं। हाँ, और मेरे पास आते हैं बच्चे लोग कि क्या करेंगे आप। मैं बोला पहले किया ही क्यों? पढ़ाई करो। क्यों? सेपरेट एंटिटी कौन? तुम्हारी एंटिटी क्या है यहाँ पे? स्टूडेंट की एंटिटी है, उसको कैच करो। सामने जो व्यक्ति आई है उस तरह से हमें भी बदलना होगा। दैट इज कॉमर्स। COM, कॉम लैटिन शब्द है, उसका मतलब है टुगेदर। अकेले बिजनेस नहीं कर सकता कोई, टुगेदर ही होगा। लेकिन टुगेदर में TOG ऐसा स्पेलिंग चाहिए, TWO वाला नहीं, टुगेदर। है ना। तो मेरी विनती है आपको, हाथ जोड़ के विनती है कि रिस्क मत ले लो। गर्लफ्रेंड, बॉयफ्रेंड, करियर बनाना है तो अभी छोड़ दो ये सब बातें। मेरे ज़माने में तो मैंने हॉट एंड कोल्ड ये सब गीज़र पे देखे थे, पानी के टैप पे हॉट और कोल्ड करके। अब ये मनुष्य को लगाने लगे। हाँ, दुर्गा कैफे में कोल्ड कॉफ़ी पी रहे हैं और हॉट देख रहे हैं, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है। बजाओ बजाओ ताली, रुको मत, 2-4 बजाओ। पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट में खुलकर एक्सप्रेस करना ये भी ज़रूरत है। या तो स्पिरिचुअलिटी पढ़ के मनन करो, मतलब मनन न करो, मुझे मेरा मन नहीं है ऐसी स्थिति करो, या तो किसी को गुरु मानकर न मन करो, मतलब मुझे मेरा मन नहीं है, या तो कोई नज़दीकी आदमी देखकर, दोस्त देख के उसके पास वह मन करो, मन में है जो बोल दो, लेकिन खाली रहो, फिर मज़ा आएगा। और ये करियर बनाने के लिए सबसे आसान तरीका है। मुझे भी पूछा गया था कॉलेज में, मैं जब कॉलेज में जाता था तब मेरे पिताजी ने पहले मुझे गाइडेंस दिया था। जब मैं निकला तब बहुत सारे बाल थे मुझे। आई वॉज एथलीट, इंटर स्कूल खो खो खेलता था, तो तबीयत बड़ी अच्छी थी। और जैसे निकला, मोटरसाइकिल लेके निकला था कॉलेज में, तो पिताजी ने बोला गैलरी में बैठे हुए न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हुए, तो संजय, मैंने क्या है, गोरे रंग के हो, काले काले बालों वाले, गोरे गोरे गालों वाले, पर्सनैलिटी, एथलीट हो, मोटरसाइकिल लेके जा रहे हो, अगर कोई लड़की तुझे कहे कि फैंटास्टिक, तो उससे दूर रहो। ये पेरेंट्स, मेरे पिताजी ने पहली सलाह मुझे दी थी, आखिरी तक मैंने निभाई। और मुझे दोस्तों ने भी पूछा कि तुम्हें गर्लफ्रेंड क्यों नहीं है करके, इसलिए आई कुड डू बीकॉम, डिप्लोमा इन बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट, डिप्लोमा इन कंप्यूटर साइंस, इंटर मराठी लेके मैंने MA किया, देन आई डिड माई PhD, आई डिड टेक्सटाइल डिजाइनिंग कोर्स व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग जूनियर बीकॉम, आई डिड डिप्लोमा इन कंप्यूटर साइंस। क्वेश्चन इज दिस, ये सब क्यों कर पाया मैं? बिकॉज मैंने प्यार नहीं किया, गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं थी। दोस्त लोग पूछते थे फ़ायदा क्या है, बोला उसका सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा है गर्लफ्रेंड ना होने का। बोला क्या, मैं सब लड़कियों के साथ बात कर सकता हूँ। हाँ, अगर आपने एक गर्लफ्रेंड की और किसी लड़की से बात करते हुए दिखाई दिया, तो वो दूसरे दिन वो कौन थी? क्यों ओनरशिप दूसरे के हाथ में देने का इतनी जल्दी? हाँ, खैर कोई बात नहीं, समझ लेना 10 ही मिनट में मुझे ख़त्म करना है। लेकिन यहीं बैठता हूँ, ज्ञानेश्वर जी को मूर्ति, उसके पीछे मेरा केबिन है उधर। जब भी बच्चे लोग, पेरेंट्स लोग, आप सभी को इनविटेशन है, जब भी ऐसे लगे कि बच्चे का WT हो गया है, WT मतलब आंकड़ा तोड़, तो हंसने के लिए मेरे पास आ जाओ। स्माइल इज द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू पीपल, इसलिए हंसना है, हंसते रहो। आपके लिए कविता लिखी है मैंने, वो आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करता हूँ। और मैं वैसे चेंज होता हूँ, आप जवान हो इसलिए मैं चेंज होगा यहाँ पर। अगर यहीं पे कोई सीनियर सिटीजन बैठे थे तो मैं चेंज होता था। और दैट इज़ लाइफ, ये चेंज होना है। नेचर क्या करता है, चेंज होता है। एक ही दिशा में सूरज ढलता है, लेकिन हर दिन उसी दिशा में अलग अलग कलर का कॉम्बिनेशन है। निसर्ग के साथ जाओ, संसर्ग के साथ मत जाओ। और फिर देखो, आप मुझे पूछते हैं लोग, उपाध्याय साहब कैसे जी रहे हो? मैं कहता हूँ मस्त बिंदास 24 तास, हाँ, करियर बना के। अभी मैं प्रवचनकार हूँ, भगवद गीता पे प्रवचन करता हूँ, तो टीका लगा के, माला डाल के, सफ़ेद जबा पहन के प्रवचन के लिए जाता हूँ। लेकिन माई डॉटर वांट्स मी यो, डैड यो चाहिए उसको। तो वहाँ से निकलता हूँ प्रवचन के, तो माला निकाल देता हूँ, टीका पोंछ देता हूँ, हाथ फोल्ड करता हूँ, एक बटन खोलता हूँ, घर आके बेल दबाता हूँ। लड़की पूछती है अंदर से, हु इज़ दैट? तो मैं अंदर से ऐसे बोलता हूँ, तो मालूम हो जाता है। ध्यान में रखो, खुश रहो, पहले प्रसन्न रहो, तभी मज़ा आएगा, नहीं तो नहीं मज़ा आएगा। मैं रखूँगा सब करियर तैयार हो। और करियर की लिस्ट भी मैंने बताई। आत्मस्तुति करने की इच्छा नहीं थी मेरी, लेकिन मैं क्या पढ़ा हूँ। आई एम अ गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट इन इंडियन मर्चेंट चैम्बर ऑन फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट। लेकिन ये सब क्यों हुआ? हंसते रहा इसलिए। खैर, कविता सुनो। Some are worried about the plus minus rains. Some are worried about the plus minus rains. Some of us are furious with irregular trains. Some of you must have taken admission with full to dhamal thought. some of you must have taken admission with full to dhamal thought. But my dear friends, I warn you, this is a college and not a picnic spot. I warn you, this is a college and not a picnic spot. For the rest of your life, this is a special first day. You are here to study first, then fun and play. MIT is a campus where you will learn a lot. My dear friends, this is a college and not a picnic spot. Here you learn. We will place you to earn, but do not forget. Here you learn. We will place you to earn, but do not forget. You are under observation ever since you enter this gate. You are under observation ever since you enter this gate. There are certain rules which you should break not, my dear friends. This is a college and not a picnic spot. We will match your career with the dream your parents have seen. आपके माता पिता ने एक सपना देखा होगा आपके बारे में, वो जो वर्चुअल इमेज है आपकी, हम मैच करके देंगे आपको. We will match your career with the dream your parents have seen as we guide you right from the class to the canteen. Today, MIT and you are tying a Guru Shishya knot. My dear friend, this is a college and not a picnic spot. इतना ध्यान में रखो, गुरु शिष्य परंपरा के भक्ति मार्ग से यहाँ पे पढ़ाई करो, अपने आप जिंदगी मेरे जैसे हो जाएगी. कैसे? मस्त बिंदास 24 तास. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those warm words of wisdom and enlightening the students. Moving ahead. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. It is rightly said. Don't you agree? Today we have Brigadier Vijay Kala, sir, with us, who will guide us through the topic of leadership in the time of crisis. But before he starts up with his session, I would like to introduce him to you. Brigadier Vijay Kala, sir, Sena Medal, was commissioned into the 11th Battalion of the Sikh Light Infantry on 13th June 1992 and commanded 6th Battalion of the Sikh Light Infantry. He is an alumnus of the National Defence Academy, Khadakwasla, and a postgraduate from Defence Service Staff College, Wellington. He also attended the prestigious Higher Defence Management course from the College of Defence Management, Secunderabad. The officer has held varied command, instructional, and staff appointments in a career spanning of about 30 years. He has vast experience of having served in counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism grid in high-altitude area along the line of control. He has served as the mechanized environment in deserts and plains, a brigade major of an infantry brigade rapid, director in Perspective Planning Directorate at Integrated Headquartered of Ministry of Defense Army, training battalion commander, head of training team, chief instructor and deputy commandant at the Sikh Life Infantry Regimental Center. He has been awarded Sena Medal Gallantry for counter-terrorist operation at Machil sector in the valley, conferred with Force Commander's Commendation Card during his tenure in the United Nations Peace. Keeping at the Democratic Republic of Congo during the year 2007 and Vice Chief of Army Staff Commendation Card for his distinguished services while serving in Perspective Planning Directorate. The officer is currently tenanting the appointment of Principal Director Training at National Defence Academy from Jan 2022 onwards. I would request Vijay Kala, sir, to take over the forum.
Thank you, Simone. I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please occupy the front chairs so that even we will be able to see the presentation. Over to you.
By the time people are settling down, I must say what was coming to my mind when Dr. Upadhyay was delivering the talk. You know, when you all participated, when you were getting into that grind of the competitive things people spoke to you and say that, you know, all of you should have IQ. The intelligent quotient is very important. Then there was a time which further graduated when people told IQ to sabke paas hai, it has to be a EQ which is important. That is the emotion quotient. And then when we met the gracious lady who's with us, who's come from Mount Abu, there's another thing which I learnt, something called as SQ, which is the spiritual quotient. But only after listening to what Dr. Upadhyay has said, one realized there is something called as HQ, which is the humor quotient, which is very important in life. So can we give a good big round of applause to Dr. Upadhyay? And in the same breath, after the great plethora of things that have been spoken about me, in fact, by default, I happen to be in the uniform when I'm here, but when I'm in my CVs and when someone asks me, what do you do? Normally I say that I do nothing, I'm in the army. And they had a plethora of lists to say, ki main kya karta hu. So that is that. So MIT, how's the Josh? Does not appear to be very high, but I can assure you that by the time I'm through with my dose of leadership to you, it will be higher than whatever it is now. So with the permission, should I start? Okay, so without wasting any time, when the gracious lady was on the stage talking about the biodata that I have, that is the time when I was visualizing sitting right next to the cameraman on that chair, which is vacant, and reminded of the good old times, dated back in 1985 when I was a student like all of you. And that was a time when all that khayals were there in my mind, ki what lies in future for me. But that time there was a wonderful advertisement which was on, which said, join the Indian Army and we'll take you around the world. So I said, what the hell, man, around the world, Indian Army, I have to go around the world. So I immediately slogged myself, ensured that I get through in the army. And after I joined the army, they showed the same ad to me again with the added rejoinder. It said, join the Indian Army, we'll take you around the world on foot. So ever since that, I've been walking only. So you have to decide that you guys want to foot it down by joining army in subsequent times or not. But in the same breath, I would say, while it was on foot or not on foot, but the courses of journey has made me strong enough to stand in front of you with my head on my shoulders and with a lot of dignity and pride and talk to you about matter which talks about leadership mantra. As Principal Director Training of National Defense Academy, which also churns out graduates, ND also, finally the cadet passes out as a graduate, I would like to make a special mention that the bond between National Defense Academy and MIT has flourished over a period of time, and I'm very sure in due course of time, the bond will further multiply. With this little prelude, let us say what one of our military leaders has to talk about. Can we have the voice, please?
Why does a person not take a decision? Because he lacks confidence. Why does he lack confidence? Because he lacks professional knowledge and competence. Eustace will tell you that when I was the army chief, I'd go around, ask my generals, what are you doing about this? And he said, sir, I've been thinking, I've been considering. And then I produced for myself a manic Shawism. And Father, will you forgive my language? I used to say, if you must be a bloody fool, be one quickly. Take a decision and then accept full responsibility for it. Requisite for leadership. The ability to make up one's mind, take a decision, and then stand by it. Don't pass the buck on to your subordinate. It's your decision.
any guesses? Who's this gentleman? Who's this military leader? Yeah. MIT cannot say that we don't know. Yeah. Bingo. So that was the easier question. Now lies the actual question. What do you mean by leadership? You never expected that on the first day you will be stumped this way. What is leadership? Okay. I'll not sound as if I'm taking a class for all of you. So we have to be very clear that the basic tenet of leadership is vision. And when we talk about vision, the military leader or any leader ensures that he makes a person capable enough that motivation and drive to achieve a particular goal is set and instilled into his subordinate. So that is all as far as leadership is concerned. Now with that, we go to the qualities that a leader should have. Now as you see, there are sizable quantum of qualities which are there. In fact, this list is endless. But one thing I would like to convey to the set of audience, that one thing has to be very clear, that there is no person who is born as a leader. Each and every of these qualities can be developed. Even if a person feels that he does not possess any of these qualities, each and every of these qualities can be built and developed. So this is one thing which has to be very clear. So now, during the process of my talk, I'll just be dwelling about maybe 2 to 3 of these qualities, because beyond that you will not be able to tolerate me. So now coming on to the first one, and this quality can be well defined by asking a question to you. Which is a better option, one sheep heading 100 lions or one lion heading 100 sheep? Again, it is one lion because of what is written on the top. One lion will take a decision. One sheep with 100 lions will not take a decision. And with this, I'll also remind you of, you all would have seen this movie 300 Spartans. You have seen it? Yes, I'm expecting to say yes with a little voice. Okay, anyway. In this 3 Spartans also, it was very, very evident and very, very clear that those 300 soldiers were ready to give away their life and sacrifice their life in the one word of command as far as their king was to say. And this is what decision making and leadership is all about. This main quality as far as leadership is all about. So the leader is not every time that he has to take a decision. It is that he has to ensure that his subordinates or his team, they take the correct decision, even if it is a hard decision. Okay, let me quickly take you to the journey of one of the military operations. Aim is to just create a scenario where you comprehend the operation, and we'll see what all qualities comes out of it. So I'll take you to a place, a location, Seven Sisters, Northeast. Okay, let's further home on Assam. And in Assam, we are particularly, the roundel talks about the lower Assam area. Ladies and gentlemen, deliberately I'm not talking about which was the battalion, which was the specific area, because of obvious reasons. But suffice to say that this geographical area had an operation which was done wherein lot of facets had emerged out. The operation targeted Ulfa terrorists. For the benefit of those who are not too clear about Ulfa, it is a terrorist military group which is United Liberation Front of Assam. And this is a group which had come into being in 1979, and they wanted a sovereign state for themselves. So it was very clear that target is Ulfa, and for that, further we went on to, when we come on to the area where this operation was to be done. So you can see it was a very, very rugged and a difficult area. You can see the area is all interspersed with rivers and nalas, jungle, hills. So if you see, this is the locals. It's a dream for the terrorists who are aware about the local knowledge. And the minute there is any operation, the exit routes are much easier for them. So that were the challenges that the team had. Next issue was to gain intelligence, to have hard intelligence to do that particular operation. For that, army has its own ways. and minutest of details was ascertained, and it was a hard intelligence and a concrete input that there are 6 Ulfa militants who are located at a particular spot. There's a particular village which was adjoining a jungle area where these militants were plonked. So based on this hard intelligence, you can see the army personals in different uniforms, in different disguise. So whichever active and proactive measures the intelligence was gathered, and thereafter, concrete plan was made. I'll explain to you the non-army way as far as making of plan is concerned. You have seen Bhag Milkha Bhag. So Bhag Milkha Bhag, when Milkha Singh went to Pakistan and he was to run that, the run that he was to participate in, even the movie displays it very clearly that the virtual round of that entire track was done by him before he started off with that run. So that is the precision with which army also does it plan. So if there is any operation which has to be materialized, that is the time when each and every dry run of the entire thing is done, so that there are only contingencies which has to be addressed rather than the main operation. So it was surgically done. You can see some pics of some ops room and all where people worked on who's the overground worker, who are the supporters, is there a public support, not support, all those facets were done. And then we went to the conduct of operation. So in this particular thing, it was very clear that it will be a battalion level operation. There will be good about 85 odd people who would be participating. And the first phase of operation, when it got materialized, out of these 6 Ulfas, only 1 militant could be apprehended because the others exited into the jungle. So there were 2 things to be taken, that should we continue or should we exit? So this is the time when one of the young officers, one captain who was part of that group, he told his commanding officer, "Sir, I have a plan." And he said that from the lessons which have been learnt in the previous operations, it is very clear that our failure is not because we did not do the operations well. It is because the locals are giving minute-to-minute input to the militants, and by the virtue of their, whatever we are doing, it is coming on a similar screen to the militants. So then there was a thing of deception which took place, wherein there was a plan made that symbolically it was shown that the entire army column in broad daylight, they exited from the location, giving a sense of feeling that army is through with the operation, having apprehended 1 militant. So out of that 85, 90 bodies who had gone, leaving 1 officer and 10 other ranks, rest everyone exited. And these 1 officer and 10 other ranks, they were into a jungle, into the heights. So that decision was taken. Why am harping on these issues? Please try and understand. These are the decisions which are not theoretical decisions. They are taken because if it is a Ulfa infested area, if it is local support which is not there, and if it is just 10 people there, knowing fully well that the people can be in larger body also, still they took a decision. It was a well-iterated decision taken. It was a decision made by that youngster. And finally what it resulted in is what can be seen. So there were 2 militants who were killed, 2 militants who were further caught alive, and you can see a huge cache of weapon and plethora of things which were there. So my aim is not to just showcase this operation, but see what comes out of it. What comes out is that if you go down chronologically as far as the sequence of conduct is concerned, there is no substitute to professional competence. And how I define it, the identification of location, knowledge of target, knowledge of terrain, gathering of intelligence, this cannot be substituted if you don't have any professional competence. Coming on to the deception that they did was because of the lessons they had of the previous operations which were done. And then that conviction was there, that youngster had full conviction that I will be neutralizing the militants. So this all becomes the subset of the first facet of decision making. Now coming on to the next quality that we are talking about, that talks about manage success and failure. I know that some people will fall off sleeping if I give another operation, because operations may people stay awake only when they have to do it. If they have to hear about it, then normally trend is that people sleep. So I'll not take a risk again. So the next issue is of you can identify the photo which is on the screen. I need not elaborate. But I will take you back in times to the year 1979. This is the year when SLV Rohini was to be launched. Dr. Kalam, he was the principal director, he was the director of this project. And we all are aware that in the first launch, this SLV, it was a big failure. Finally, it landed in the Bay of Bengal. This is the time when Dr. Abdul Kalam says, and I quote, he says very explicitly that when this failure had taken place, that was the time when their chairman told that I will handle the media, the press conference which was taken. He came there, he told that I take the responsibility of this failure, and my team had worked hard. I think we should give them more technical expertise, and I'm sure that within a year they will produce another SLV to be launched. And lo behold, in July 1980, SLV Rohini was launched. It was a grand success. And that is the time when again there was a press conference. Dr. Dhawan, who was the chairman, he very explicitly told Dr. Kalam that since it is a success, there is no place for me there. Please handle the press and tell whatever you did. So this is one of the most essential tenet that a leader should have. He has to take the ownership of the faults and hold the hand, and yet enable the set of people under his command and ensure the success. And success ka glory has to go to the people who do it. Next, please. In the same breath, continuing to the same point that I had mentioned, you see, it's not failing which makes or mars us. It is not that you get less marks in your first tutorials or whatever that testing grid is that will make you fail in this entire course or something. You have to continue trying till you succeed. Fail, try again, and in the army's terminology, bloody well succeed. Go next, please. This gentleman requires no introduction. He is a Paramveer Chakra awardee, Subedar Major Sanjay. See, I'll not give any narrative about him. We all know he's a Kargil hero. He and Captain Vikram Batra, they both are from the same battalion, 13 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. Why his name exists here is, this gentleman is posted in National Defense Academy, and he is a role model there. He's a source of inspiration. Here I take the opportunity of conveying to Dr. Chitnis that if at all any of your students or anyone who wants to meet this gentleman, interact with him. It's going to be interesting interacting with this gentleman. And he defines the heading of this slide, which is leading by personal example. And the entire ridge was captured by the virtue of the things that he did. He and Captain Batra in separate operations did it in a very befitting manner. Believe you me, this is the last slide, as far as this thing is concerned, because I can see one guy pretending to sleep. Okay. This reminds me, they say that people don't buy what you do, they buy why. This reminds me of the two children that I have. You know, someone told me that we have got German Shepherd as a pet, we have got this. How many pets do you have? So I said, I've got 2 pets, my son and my daughter. They are worse. Now that they are not here, I can share it, because pets are, why I'll give this example, you all know that, pets are like your kids only. So the analogy is not to undermine them by any way. So why I'm giving this example is that as an autocratic leader, when we make a statement that, okay, this is the task which has been given to you, or this is what we expect you to do, if it is not comprehended that it is with what end state, then people normally do not deliver. I'll quote an example. Now my daughter, she is through with the law, and my son is in the 4th year of his engineering. So as youngsters, as a typical Fauji Bap, I used to tell them, ki beta, you required to go for jogging, you required to go to the gym. There was always resistance. They felt it as a punishment. But the day it was explained to them in no uncertain manner, what benefits it has, and it is not a punishment. Finally, at the end of the day, The last Pune marathon which took place, me and my daughter ran together because she got the answer of why. So that is again a quality that a leader has to have. Next, please. So to summarize it as what the people sitting in front of me, the young girls and the handsome boys who are in front of me, what you require to imbibe. निचोड़ तो वही निकलता है ना. So what you require to imbibe of all the ज्ञान वाला अंग्रेजी that I have borrowed are these 4 pellets. First is, there is no substitute to knowledge. That's the reason someone in his wisdom has said, those who read are destined to lead. But do not get carried away only by reading. It is reading with application. So theory with application gives dividends. So what you are expected in the years that you have to spend in MIT, that you have to read, comprehend, foots on ground approach and get it done. So you have to generate knowledge as a leader. You all are junior leaders. You better admit it at the day one, because by the time you actually realize it, it's going to be late. Then lead with your heart and rule with your mind. You have to have compassion for your subordinates. Then you have to care for your subordinates and obviously lead by personal example. You cannot say that, okay, do so-and-so thing, so-and-so will do. When you are made a head of a project, you cannot distribute the project while you yourself are shallow as far as your knowledge is concerned, or if you are yourself not capable of doing a particular thing. So now, without taking more session of yours, let's see what the Code of Indian Army leader has to say.
तो वहाँ सब सूबेदार मेजर और सरदार थे. तो जब मैं गया, मैंने सूबेदार मेजर साहब, पाकिस्तान सूबेदार मेजर साहब के हाथ मिलाया. मैंने कहा, साहब मैं देख सकता हूँ. आप कहते साहब देखिए. और वही सवाल हमेशा जो मेरे जवानों से पूछता हूँ वही पूछा कि साहब पलंग में खटमल तो नहीं है? कि नहीं साहब. मच्छरदानी है? मच्छरदानी. हाँ साहब. मैं लंगर में जा सकता हूँ? वो लंगर में गया, वो जवान रोटी कूट रहा था जैसे अपने करते, उससे मैं खाना टेस्ट कर सकता हूँ. फिर लेट्रीन में गया, वहाँ पाकिस्तानी भंगी काम करता था. मैंने हाथ मिलाया, उसने इनकार किया. मैं क्यों मेरे साथ हाथ भी नहीं मिलाएगा? तो उसने हाथ मिलाया. जब हम वापस आ गए तो वो सूबेदार मेजर साहब मुझे कहते हैं कि हजूर आप गुस्ताखी माफ़ करेंगे. मैं कहा आप सूबेदार मेजर साहब हैं, जो मर्जी है कहें. कहता अब हमें मालूम हो गई साहब कि आपकी फ़ौज क्यों जीती है. आप आए, आपने हमसे पूछा खाना ठीक है, खटमल तो नहीं है, मच्छरदानी है वगैरह. भंगी के साथ भी आपने हाथ मिला. हमारे साहब लोग ऐसा नहीं करते, वो अपने आप को नवाबजादे समझते हैं. तो मैंने जो कैदी थे उनका बहुत अच्छी तरह बर्ताव किया उनके साथ.
So I'll end by saying the basic fabric in which the military leadership is defined is summarized with this particular thing, which is the Chetwood motto, a motto which is written in the Chetwood Hall of Indian Military Academy. And it is a Bible, Gita, Quran, as far as each and every military leader is concerned. Even at the cost of repeating, I'll read it for you. It says, the safety, honor, welfare of your country comes first, always and every time. The honor, welfare and comfort of the men you command comes next. And your own ease, comfort and safety comes last, always and every time. Thank you and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those enlightening words and guiding all the students as well as our guests and faculty members through the leadership in the time of crisis. Moving ahead, CA student is a composition of compassionate, cheerful, and a cool aspirant to be a chartered accountant is a charismatic amalgamation of great experiences of life. We have our second guest of honor, CA Dilip Sadbhai sir, to elaborate on the topic of CA as a career option for commerce students. But before he begins up with his session, I would like to introduce him to you all. CA Dilip Sadbhai sir is the senior partner and the mentor of the firm who holds a master's degree in law, where he ranked first in order of merit in the University of Pune. He has been conferred with a doctorate degree in law by MITWPU University after successfully completing PhD degree in law in a subject title Freedom of Speech and Expression and Media Trial, a case for judicial activism, which is a rare achievement by any standard chartered accountant in the country, and thus he has become the first chartered accountant to have these qualifications in the country. It is needless to say that he has also cleared the set examination in commerce, opting for law subjects long back. He was also amongst the first 50 candidates declared successful in order of merit in both intermediate and final examinations conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. He is the winner of Special Prize from Nehru Memorial Fund, New Delhi, for professional excellence. He has been conferred with a special memento for recognition of professional services at the hands of Sri Sharad Pawar, former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and presents Union Agriculture Minister, Government of India. He has masterminded almost all the laws, as he has been a part of faculty member for over 25 years with BMCC. Also with ILS College in Pune, which are the pioneer colleges in their respective fields. He has delivered many lectures and represented many papers in seminars and conferences at state and national level, and also delivered talks on All India Radio. He has a rich experience of performing information systems audit, as he has a good computer programmer. SSI has awarded him a certificate of excellence and declared him successful in Disha. He is also qualified DIRM ICAI consultant for useful for bank audits. I would now like to request CA Dilip Sadbhai sir to take over the forum.
Good morning, everyone. I have to complete the lecture within 15 minutes time, so I would concentrate on studies rather than thanking each and everyone at the outset, but it's a formality which is required to be carried out. So, Dr. R.M. Chitnis, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Tapan Panda sir, Pro Vice Chancellor. My favorite today, he is not present here, Brigadier Vijay Kala, Company Secretary Sanjay, another Company Secretary Saurabh, then the Business Head Chief ACCA, Mr. Nu Khushal, Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay, and the charismatic lady who ultimately organized this particular program, Dr. Anjali Sane. It gives me immense pleasure to be here to address the induction of students for the Commerce College. At the outset, I must salute the two visionaries which are being seen over here to the left and my right, Dr. Karad, and that is Senior Karad and the Junior Karad, for the vision that what they are having. What the college does, what we have seen today, is only because of the visionary power that they possess, and that is how these two personalities are required to be applauded. Without wasting much time on the topic in itself, let us begin with the Chartered Accountancy course. Now, you perhaps might be knowing it or not, that I do not know, but I need to bring certain important facts to your notice. Now, the first and foremost important part, which you need to learn and understand, that the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has been formed by the Parliament of India in the year 1949. As of today, there are about 350,000 chartered accountants in the country. Believe in me that not even a single chartered accountant is unemployed. 80% of the chartered accountants are earning more than 25 lakhs rupees a year. There are 1% chartered accountants who are earning in crores of rupees in itself. And in the initial stage, once you passed your final examination, normally you are inducted. Recently, our Chartered Accountant Institute conducted a camp where 7,500 chartered accountants were being recruited without any difficulty in itself. And the highest pay that was offered to the existing newly fresh chartered accountant was 2 crore 40 lakhs of rupees. So a junior chartered accountant can earn this much. Forget about the seniority and the intelligence level that you might be having. Mine passing was sometime 30, 40 years back, 35 years back in itself. But I remember still that when I passed my final examination, ninth was the rank in itself, I received nearly 148 letters that they would like to induct me or they would like to recruit me in their organization in itself. And that was not the only one. After 5 years of time, since you are now well qualified and are having sufficient experience of 5 years, then after 10 years, after 15 years, Telco also had given me an opportunity in itself. So many things are being happening, and you are going to get some more information and the knowledge about the factors are concerned. So keep this particular point in mind, that these appointment letters are received by you. It is not that you need to apply. You are getting the invitation from the limited companies in itself. These are coming from all over the country. Only thing is that you need to study more, you need to come into the merit list, or sometime your percentage should be nearby to 55 to 60% in itself. So once that you achieve, nothing is difficult so far as the recruitment part is being concerned. I have just now, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, when he was the president in itself, he was invited by our institute in itself. And he said that the way in which he approached very many chartered accountants in the country, he thought that they are not only the doctor, but they can be called as wealth doctors as well. So doctor qualification is there with the chartered accountants or not, they can be called as wealth doctors, and that is how the things are required to be remembered. He considered our institute as a partner in nation building. So we are one of the partners while building the nation in itself. So that's what the aspect and the respect that has been given to the institute is being concerned. Aurobindo, you might be knowing, a spiritual personality in itself, had laid down the motto for our institute in itself. Meaning thereby was that when all others are sleeping, chartered accountants are always alive and they are awake. So that is what the major thing that you have to understand and you have to learn so far as the field of a chartered accountant is being concerned. Now this Institute of CA, as you might be knowing, is the second largest in the world. Not only that you need to understand, but our presence of chartered accountant is not only there in India, but it is across 7 continents in the world in itself. Wherever you go, you will find that chartered accountants are being placed. And that is what the major issue, major achievement by becoming a chartered accountant is being there. So you have to develop your habits, you have to develop your skills. And once you do that, studying is not a difficult job, only reading aspect is being required to be there. You have to put up your mind inside it, and once it is being there, nothing is difficult. For example, if you have to read it out, there are 3 kinds of reading that you need to make it out. First is skimming reading. Second is intensive reading, and the third will be scanning reading. So once you apply this particular formula, I don't foresee that anybody will be having any difficulty. Nowadays, the transformation of knowledge power is improving. Now, Institute of CA has got some TVs that some recorded version of the lectures are being there. So there is no need for you to study. You can just understand or hear the various lectures which have been organized by stalwarts in the field in itself. So by reading out that or listening to that, reading becomes a little bit complicated for all the students nowadays. Rather than reading 10 pages, they would like to hear within 5 minutes of time. So you will get the central idea of that, and it has been learned over a period of time that this methodology which our institute has developed certainly is of immense benefit to everyone, and that is the reason why many chartered accountants have started the YouTube channel for getting and giving more knowledge to the students are concerned. So this is the area that also you need to develop. Go to YouTube, find out a topic which you want, and then listen to them and find out the topic in itself, whether this is useful to you or not, whether it is tallying with the general feature that what you have been talking about or learning about. Now you will ask me a question that why chartered accountant should be there? Some other courses are there. Why you need to be a chartered accountant? Now the first and the foremost important part that what you need to understand is the financial literacy only comes by becoming a chartered accountant. I will give one illustration which will clarify this particular issue. A gentleman had two sons. One was a doctor, highly intelligent, and the second was a commerce student like you, and he was a chartered accountant. The father started becoming older, so he thought that now it is proper time, now we should hand over the entire property to the children in itself. So he just wanted to test the knowledge whether they are financially literate or not. So he gave 100 rupees to both the children, to the doctor as well as to the chartered accountant, and told that X and Y is my friend, he is a money changer. Go to him and find out we require coins of ₹1 each. He is charging 10% commission. So accordingly bring back the money. So the doctor said, give me 100 rupees. He went straight away to the money changer. Money changer told him, if you want ₹1 coin, my commission is 10%. So pay 10% and take away the money. So he said, no problem, 10% of 100 rupees became 10 rupees. 100 minus 10, 90 rupees was being carried out by the doctor's son, gave it to father. Then the second came, chartered accountant. He was having financial literacy in his mind. He was thinking in that particular term, what can be done? Why our father has told that you both go to the money changer and find out some reason as a result of which you will earn more income. So while going over there, he thought over the matter. He changed his approach because he was knowing that his brother had brought only 90 rupees with him in itself. So he went to the concerned money changer and told him, I need a change of only ₹90. Then the money changer said, whether you are knowing it or not, I don't know. I will be charging 10% commission. He said, okay, no problem. So accordingly, 10% on 90 rupees became 9 rupees. So 90 plus 9 became 99, and he took 1 rupee back from the money changer. So doctor brought only 90 rupees. Chartered accountant brought 91 rupees. In 100 rupees, 1% is a sizable figure in itself. Because if you earn 1 crore, it becomes 1 lakh of rupees. If it is 100 crore, it becomes 1 crore. And that is what the financial literacy I am talking about. If there many girls are there in itself, I would suggest you or rather advise you that don't get married unless you are financially independent in itself. Because in a country like ours, you don't earn any respect unless you are financially strong in itself. Even though the girls are merit rank holder, they are not being respected. Even if they are earning little bit amount, they will be respected. So that is what the connotation that you need to make it in your mind, and you have to concentrate on your dependence rather than depending on others' dependence on financial stature in itself. Now this financial literacy also can be seen in many other ways as well. Now, for example, you are earning money and now you don't know where to invest. Because in the first year, you will be earning 20 lakhs of rupees where the amount is required to be kept. Now, I'll give one another illustration which, with the help of which you will understand that this particular illustration is more useful to you. A gentleman came to a chartered accountant, because chartered accountants are always financially literate. And he said, I got 20 lakhs rupees with me, whether I should invest in State Bank of India or Punjab National Bank or any other bank. Then the chartered accountant asked me that this money has been kept by you in a bank in itself. How much interest you will earn? He said 5% is the interest. So every year you are going to get only 1 lakh of rupees for 5 years of time, and after 5 years you are going to get 20 lakhs rupees back. Then the chartered accountant advised him, why you are not considering about capital appreciation? This word was not known to the gentleman in itself. What is this capital appreciation? Only financial literate people can talk about. Now, I will continue with the illustration in itself. The chartered accountant told him that since you are having 20 lakhs, you don't need immediate money for that. Only yearly interest is being required by you. You are going to keep that amount for a period of 5 years of time. I am suggesting you a way by virtue of which you will earn more money. Then what he said? That there are advertisements in the paper that ATM center is being required by various banks. You are a retired banker. You know many senior officials in bank. Are you in a position to buy any ATM center for you? Then he said, yes, my general manager is my friend. Then he suggested him that invest this 20 lakhs of rupees in ATM center. You will get 1 lakh of rupees by way of a rent, which will be equivalent to the that of amount that what you will be investing. So if it is invested in FD, you are going to get 1 lakh. If it is invested in ATM also, you are going to get 1 lakh of rupees. Then he said, what is the difference? I am getting 1 lakh in, where is my income is increased? Then the concerned chartered accountant told him, you have to have patience. After 5 years of time, when the duration of the ATM center renting agreement will be over, the ATM center shop that what you will be having with you, which was worth rupees 20 lakhs, until that particular time you bought, now after 5 years of time, this 20 lakhs figure will become 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs or 50 lakhs. So this additional income is being called as appreciation or capital appreciation in itself. He was very happy. He did that, and after 3 years of time got some 12 lakhs of rupees more than what the normal, in normal cases he would have earned. So this is what the literacy part, which I am just bringing it to your notice. There are many other aspects also. When you are keeping a certain amount in deposit, there are certain figures. For example, 72, 114, 144. You will ask me what are these particular figures about. Now, if you are keeping any amount in fixed deposit and you want that particular amount to get doubled, then you have to divide that 72 figure by the rate of interest in itself. So if the rate of interest is say 6%, then divide 72 by 6. So in 12 years of time, the amount is going to get doubled in itself. More the rate of interest, lesser the amount of the years in itself. For example, in the olden time, 12% was the rate of interest. So 72 divided by 12, in 6 years of time, you are going to get the amount doubled in itself. So this is the feature. 114, 3 times. 144, 4 times. How much amount can become 3 times what that you have invested? 114 is the figure. Reverse way around calculations also can be made. If you want in 6 years of time the amount to be doubled in itself, divide 72 by 6. In 12% interest if you get, you are going to get the doubled amount in itself. So whether it is a case of 72, whether it is a case of 144 or 114, these are the aspects which you need to keep it in mind whenever you are thinking about the chartered accountancy course is concerned. Now there is an inflationary trend, financial literacy I am talking about. Nobody, to my mind, learns that inflation ultimately decreases your purchasing power. Especially those senior citizens who are coming to me, they are saying the inflation has gone up very high and the amount is not sufficient for us to live our livelihood in itself. Why it happens? Nobody sees. Why it can be avoided? That is the major issue what we need to understand. So whatever value of rupees 1 is there as of today will not be there tomorrow. Whatever value of 10,000 is there today, it will not be there tomorrow. You will have to pay more, and that more amount will be the decreasing purchasing power of the money factor is being concerned. So keep this particular point in mind, that every after 10 years of time, 70 is the figure I'm just making out. If you have inflation rate at 7%, then 70 divided by 7, after 10 years of time, the amount of rupee will become 50%. That is what the major issue, and you have to plan it out accordingly, that how much money you need to have in the times to come in itself. So that is what the area which financial literacy which you are talking about is being gained by joining the chartered accountancy course. Chartered accountants are, I have already told you, the wealth doctors in itself. They can advise you on any subject relating to the finance category is concerned. If you are having an MSAB, they will guide you that how the amount can be recovered. If you want some loan from a bank in itself, they will give you the projections and receipts and payment and fund flow analysis to the bankers in itself. So in short, these are the business solution provider, and these are the major issues which we need to understand so far as the technicalities are concerned. Only difficult part is that you have to put your heart while studying in itself. Now there are many youngsters are there in the auditorium in itself. So whether their hearts are intact or not, that I am not sure of, because this age is normally there when there is a chance of theft in itself. I am talking about stealing of an heart in itself. So in that particular case, if the hearts are being stolen out, then they will not have heart in their proper place, and such heartless person cannot study. That is what the major issue you have to learn and understand in itself. So once you do that, nothing is difficult so far as the chartered accountancy course is concerned. So keep it in mind, you have to put your heart to the proper space in itself, and once you do that, gaining knowledge is not a difficult job so far as the technicalities are concerned. So this was the introduction, and now I'm coming to the new syllabus that has been devised by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Now you are aware that chartered accountancy course comprises of 3 years practical training as of today. New course is still to be introduced, so if you join today, then in that case 3 years practical training is there. But after November 2022, the practical training will be reduced to 2 years of time now. This is the innovative change that has been made in the chartered accountancy course. Note one point, that there are many courses that you may come across of, but chartered accountancy course is the cheapest in the entire country in itself. I can give you an illustration. If you have to become a doctor, every year you have to pay 5 lakhs of rupees as a fee, besides the capitation fee, etc. So in 4 years of time, 25 lakhs are required to be spent. If you have to become an engineer, similar amounts of say 1 lakh or 2 lakh, whatever is the fee that you have to pay for 4 or 5 years of time. If you have to become a commerce graduate, some 20,000 rupees a year for 4 years, 90,000 rupees you have to pay. But chartered accountancy course is the course wherein you will find that up till foundation course, you have to pay only 18,000 rupees. Another 35,000 rupees you have to pay for getting through the intermediate level examination. And by the time you complete your final examination, it is around 80,000 rupees is the total cost of the entire course. Now tell me, in addition to this 80,000 rupees, you are being paid 2,000 rupees per month as a stipend in the first year, 2,500 rupees in the second year, and 3,000 rupees in the third year. So in all, 90,000 rupees you are going to get, and 80,000 rupees you have to pay. Is there any course that you can tell me that has been taught to you for no cost in itself? Is the only chartered accountancy course. And now in the new syllabus, the stipend has been doubled. So 2,000 becomes 4,000 rupees, 2,500 becomes 5,000 rupees, and 3,000 becomes 6,000 rupees. So accordingly, the analysis has been made, and accordingly the students also will start earning some more money in the times to come in itself. Now when the changes are being made, for the first time now it has been pointed out that unless you pass your intermediate examination, you will not be allowed to have any practical registration, practical training registration. You cannot go to ACCA for getting your articles registered in itself. So you have to clear first intermediate level examination, and then you have to join the articles so far as the course syllabus is being concerned. So if you are undergraduate, say up to graduate level in itself, then in that case, straight away you have to pass the foundation examination, clear your intermediate examination, and then join the chartered accountancy articles in itself. For BCom also, there is no special concession in itself, which used to be there in the past, and BCom student also has to clear his intermediate examination, and then only he can join the course in itself, join the practical training. Now, there are certain students now, they are not in a position to clear final examination. For those, a certain point has been made it out, and they will be conferred with BAA qualification, that is who is good at the accountancy in itself, and that will be conferred by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So once you clear intermediate examination, you are nearly to have a chartered accountancy degree in itself, and BAA will be the offer that will be given by the Institute of CA to you. So any intermediate level student can, if he passed out from the examination, he certainly can look into the matter and can have employment without passing even the final examination. In my office, recently only one student passed his intermediate examination and he wanted to have some job. The call was received from Qatar in itself, nearby Dubai in itself, and he said that we don't want chartered accountant, we want only intermediate level student in itself. And he got a job for 18 lakhs of rupees a year. So 1.5 lakh for BAA is a very lucrative remuneration that has been received. Only thing is that you need to have a luck factor, that right opportunity at right time should come, and accordingly you should be ready for it in itself. So accept the challenge, go for the course in itself, and ultimately you will notice that the degree has been achieved by you, and ultimately you will be gaining much more success in the times to come. So this is how the things are being there. In addition to that, I would rather suggest you, in addition to your degree of chartered accountancy, join some other courses as well. Certified Financial Analyst or ACCA, as sir now will be having a general talk on, or the law courses, whatever things are being there, those will be of some help to you in itself, and it will improve your quality. But nowadays, you might be knowing that artificial intelligence is playing a major role, and all those courses pertaining to the artificial intelligence, where mathematics will be a major subject, you need to concentrate on and ultimately gain more knowledge in addition to the degree of chartered accountant, because you have to stay in this particular field in the next 30 years of span, and whatever challenges you are likely to face, those you can continue to have by having additional qualification besides chartered accountant degree. You may be knowing or not, I don't know, but I have completed 16 certificate courses so far as the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has conducted. So you have to gain knowledge, because a chartered accountant never at any time is a professional in technical sense. At all times he is always a student in itself. So keeping that particular point in mind, you need to gear up yourself, acquire knowledge over a period of time, understand latest commitments, amendments, those have been made, and ultimately you can come out of it in itself, is the major issue that I just wanted to share. I have crossed my time in itself. I already exceeded 5 minutes of time in the matter in itself. So I will share a small story and will conclude. A similar hall was there. A lecturer like me was being invited, and he was allotted some 40 minutes time. The case was not in India, it was in United States of America. As you know that in America, whenever you are attending, you have to pay certain dollars, and then you can attend the lecture in itself based on the number of minutes those have been offered. So the lecturer came, started delivering a lecture, 40 minutes were being over. He continued for another 10 minutes of time. The gush-up started sometime after 50 minutes of time. Patience level decreased, and all white faces were there. They started becoming pinkish, indicating that some anger was growing up. But the lecturer did not stop. He continued. Another 10 minutes passed. Pinkish faces started becoming reddish, indicating that the anger was on a boiling point. They did not want to hear further. But the lecturer did not stop. He continued. Then there was a level of patience in itself for all the participants in itself. and one gentleman sitting on the last chair got up, put his hand into the pocket, took out a revolver, looking toward the dais with potato-type eyes in itself, reddish face, started marching toward the dais. The lecturer saw him. He is marching toward the dais, angry face, having a revolver in his hand, and said, "Don't come forward, wait there, I'm going to conclude with 2 minutes of time." But the concerned participants started marching toward the dais. The lecturer told him, "Arey, I'm concluding within next 10 seconds of time, you wait there, don't come forward." Then the concerned participant said, No, you continue your lecture. I am not against your lecture in itself." Then the lecturer told him, "Arey, you are marching toward the dais, coming towards the dais, coming to me, having a revolver, red face. Are you going to kill me during the course of lecture so that I should never deliver a lecture in future?" Then the participant said, No, don't worry. I am not going to kill you, but I am going to kill those who invited you over here in itself. I don't want Sane Madam, the Chitnis sir or the Panda sir to be the victim of that in itself. So I conclude by saying, thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for that elaborative session and covering all the detailed points on choosing CA as a career option. Moving ahead, I would now like to call upon CS Sanjay Patari, sir, Chairman, Pune Chapter of WIRC of ICSI, on the topic of CS as a career option for commerce students. But before he begins up with his session, I would like to introduce him to you all. CS Sanjay Patari, sir, is corporate and taxation law advisor, startup business consultant, and also business management consultant. He has graduated from Department of Management Sciences, Pumba, Savitribai Phule, Pune University. CS Sanjay Patari, sir, is a practicing company secretary in Pune and a chairman of Pune chapter of WIRC of ICSI, 2022, Pune, Maharashtra, India. His experience include working as a founder at Sanjay Patari and Associates, July 2013, which is presently completed 9 years and 2 months in Pune, Maharashtra, India. He's also working at Legal and Corporate Advisory Service. I would like to call upon CS Sanjay Patari, sir, for his address. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon all. Good afternoon. So I wanted you to with me. So during next 15 minutes. In absentia, Dr. Karad sir, Dr. Rahul Karad sir, Dr. R.M. Chitnis, Vice Chancellor, MIT World Peace University, Dr. Tapan Panda, Vice Chancellor, Business and Leadership Division, MIT World Peace University, Dr. Anjali Sane, Associate Dean and Head of School, School of Commerce, all the speakers, I would name them. So Brigadier Vijay Kala, CA Dilip sir, in absentia Saurav Shah, Company Secretary, Dr. Bini Sarin, ACCA No Kushal, Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay, my dear friends and parents. Friends, I am here to deliver an address on the career opportunity in company secretaries for the commerce student. Friends, so you are pursuing your courses, your education in MIT Institute, which is known for its values, its ethos, culture, tradition, and whatnot. So you are fortunate that you are learning, you are studying here, and you are going to inducted today for the building your future, I would say. So I have 15 minutes, so it's a 12:45 around, and I will stop at 1 p.m. So I know that it's about to we are about to break for the lunch, so I will not exceed my lecture. Friends, Dilip sir has rightly pointed about, rightly mentioned about very detailed about the chartered accountancy course. So I am here to address you on the career opportunities for the student in company secretaryship. Friends, you know that the commerce, you can understand Marathi in the English, so I will try to you with me. So I don't prefer monologue, so that's what I'm telling you. So first of all, we know that what do you want to be? Once we complete BCom, MCom, BCom honors, and other graduate course, then obviously the question mark is before us. So what could be the career options for us as any graduate, or for that matter you are the commerce graduate? So what could be the other options? So definitely the answer could be the MBA, BBA, chartered accountancy, company secretaryship, ICWA. So all these options could be before you. But these are the career options. Yes, all are good. But I feel that what do we pursue this course? So what could be the reasons? What we want pursuing this? So ultimately the money. What could be the other answers? Satisfaction, joy, fame. So all these could be the reasons for pursuing any career options. So I would be taking you through within next 10 minutes. So what are the functions of the company secretaries? What all about the Institute of Company Secretaries of India and the career as a company secretary? What are the roles of company secretaries in governance? What are the course structures, and what are the career opportunities for you? You know that, friends, this is the 3-tier the course system. So Institute of Company Secretaries of India is the sole authority which is constituted by the Act of Parliament, Company Secretaries Act 1980. So it is the body which functions under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, likewise the CA Institute or the ICWA Institute. So it is the only institute who develop the course, who regulate the members, who facilitate to the student for pursuing this course. So this is the course through which you can pursue your career as company secretary. So what is the company secretary basically, friends? You know that nowadays it's a changing era, fast changing era, we can say so. So that the various startups are coming in, various investments are coming in from abroad, various investments are going abroad. So all these are the things which are related to governance, which are relating to strategy, which are relating to structures. So how to, when person comes to you that and asking you, sir, I wanted to start my business. So what should be your answer? So it is not if he comes, then that could not be the answer that you suggest him that proprietorship could be the answer, partnership could be the answer, or the limited liability partnership could be the company, or the limited company, or the listed company. So you have to understand what is the purpose of constituting or forming or registering the business. So the days are gone. Traditionally, कोई तो आता था, अरे सर मुझे ये बिजनेस शुरू करना है और ये रजिस्ट्रेशन करना है, शॉप पे निकलना है और बिजनेस शुरू करना है. That was the time 10 years back, I would say. But अभी वो ज़माना गया है. So you have to strategically advise to the clients when he comes to you. क्योंकि कभी कभार होता है उसका मोटिव अलग होता है. सो ही वांटेड द कंपनी में बी कुछ फॉरेन कोलैबोरेशन होता है, इन्वेस्टमेंट आना होता है पॉसिबल, ये सब चीज़ें होते हैं. देन हाउ टू स्ट्रक्चर, सो व्हाट द एंटिटी टाइप यू शुड एडवाइज हिम. सर यू हैव टू गो विद द LLP और यू हैव टू गो विद द कंपनी और यू हैव टू गो विद द लिमिटेड कंपनी. So it is the company secretary who can advise to the client, sir, you have to opt this, you have to opt that. Because see, very beginning of the entity formations, so you have to keep in mind his vision, his mission. Many times it happens that foreign clients comes and sir, we have to start this business. So what could be the options? What could be the business entity you should suggest? So these are the basic fundamental role that company secretary advise to the clients and company secretary plays. Second thing, friends, you know that there are various things that you have to pursue during this course. We learn the company's law. The company secretary has the recognition under company law. We have a recognition under SEBI law. You must have listened or you must have seen that in the TV news channels, the stock exchanges. So it is the company secretary only who can deal with stock exchanges. It is the company secretary only who can deal with the Reserve Bank of India in terms of the foreign investment, in terms of the overseas investment, in terms of the foreign borrowings. So all these are the things. Again, it was the traditional area, I would say rather. Now it is the insolvency and bankruptcy codes which was enacted by the government of India in the year 2016. So under IBC, I would say, so it is the company secretary who can advise strategically to the clients, to the corporates, to the stakeholders. So these are the areas where you can pursue your career as a company secretary. As I mentioned in the beginning, it is a 3-tier system or 3-tier the course. First, in layman language, I would say it's a foundation, it's a then inter and then final. Technically, we call it the CSET, then executive program, then foundation, final professional programs. So first, you have to undergo CSET, and it is not only, although you are the commerce graduate, so it is not only that the only commerce graduate or commerce student can pursue this course. So any graduate, let me tell you friends, I was pursuing arts, and then I switched to the commerce and then pursued company secretary and now into practice and now in this process of the ICSI. So in this way you have to undergo the entire the course, foundation, that is CSET, executive, that is intermediate, and professional, that is final. Once you complete this 3-layer mechanism, then you have to undergo training of 21 plus 2 months. So you can pursue this training with the practicing company secretary or the company. So both places you can pursue your training, and once you complete your training, then you can apply for the membership with the ICSI, and once you get the membership of the ICSI, you will be the brand ambassador of the institute, that is ICSI. बहुत सारे करियर के ऑप्शंस है. You may enter into practice, you may enter into the employment. So it is again wise zone. You have to choose at very first day of when you get the membership. मुझे एम्प्लॉयमेंट में जाना है, मुझे प्रैक्टिस में जाना है. प्रैक्टिस मतलब यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड योर ओन बिजनेस. So you can start your own practice. You can advise to your clients on various matters. So Companies Act is the forte of the company secretary, where they can advise, advise to the clients on various aspects. This business कैसे शुरू करना है, right from how to start business, how to run business, how to grow business strategically. ये सब काम company secretary कर सकता है. Then when it comes to the ending of business, winding off of the business, then it is again company secretary comes into picture. When the foreign investment comes, then company secretary comes into pictures. When overseas investment is there, CS comes into pictures. When SEBI law means listing comes into picture, company secretary comes into the process. So these are the area where we as a company secretary can pursue our career. So in terms of the recognition, I told you the company secretary is recognized under Companies Act. Company secretary is recognized under foreign exchange laws. Company secretary is recognized under various economic laws in IBC, insolvency and bankruptcy codes. So under all these laws, the company secretaries are recognized. And it is not about the recognitions. Recognition comes from the self-belief, competency. When you pursue this course, a course करने के बाद, and I am damn sure rather, so you will not be unemployed. As Dilip sir already told you, it's a similar area, it's somewhat some exclusiveness. When you wanted, it's a matter of interest again, I would say, when you wanted to go for the accountancy or taxation or the audit part, then you can definitely prefer chartered accountancy. But when your interest is from the law background, then definitely you can choose company secretary. So it's all about that. And career is very good, believe me. And it is the right time. Friends, I make a bold statement that those means nowadays, forget about Pune, when we go to the rural area, when we interact with the students, then we surprises with the facts. The colleges are generating unemployed students. We are fortunately studying in Pune and on the top of in MIT. So you are very well fortunate that you are studying here and you are getting this kind of induction programs in MIT with the eminent personalities. So it is the high time for you, friends. It's not that we will complete our graduation. It's not that we will complete our post-graduation and we'll think on, so what career options we have to choose. It's not that. So immediately you have to think on your career options, where I have to go. So these are the professional courses that you can pursue simultaneously your graduation. Basic, I think for chartered accountancy only the 12 plus. If you are 12, then you can start chartered accountancy. Same for the company secretary. If you are 12 pass, then you can start with the company secretary foundation. So it's all about that. It is not only that you have to complete graduation or the post graduation, then you will think and you will pursue. It's not that days are gone. So decide now, and we are here. The association with the MIT college is not new for us. We as the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, last year only we had entered the academic collaboration with the MIT. So we can have regular programs definitely for the students, not only for commerce students, for the other students also. So for any help, for any counseling, any awareness, we are here. It's a matter of interest, I would say. So anytime you can call and we will be here. So while pursuing this kind of course, there would be problems. Definitely, it's not that easy. And it is not the case that the only means you should be extraordinary or over smart. It is not the requirement. Any average students, 50 plus marks. BCom में अगर 50 plus marks है, you can pursue. You can start pursuing these courses. And definitely, you can do this. Problem हो सकते हैं, difficulties हो सकते हैं. There could be other challenges. But persistency and consistency you have to have. We have heard that it is the persistency only who lead you at the door of the success, and it is the consistency only which unlock that success. So it's a matter of consistency. एक attempt fail हुआ क्या फर्क पड़ता है, दूसरा हो जाए क्या फर्क पड़ता है. You have to be consistent with the pursuing these courses. एक बार ये हो जाता है ना, then your life will change. ये आज के जो 3-4 साल है ना, if you enjoy ना, then you will face problems in your life. और ये आज के 3-4 साल है, अगर आप स्टडी करोगे, कुछ सीखोगे देन डेफिनेटली यू विल एंजॉय लाइफ. आज 3-4 साल में आप अगर बहुत मज़े करोगे तो लाइफ भर पूरे साल मतलब पूरे करियर में आपको प्रॉब्लम यू माइट फेस प्रॉब्लम्स. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट दैट. सो निराश मत होना. प्रॉब्लम्स आते रहेंगे, डिफिकल्टीज आते रहेंगे, फेल्योर आता रहेगा, बट इट्स नॉट अबाउट फेल्योर. कंसिस्टेंसी होती है तो हो जाता है. देयर कुड बी अ फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम्स, देयर कुड बी अ any other, there could be a many problems, but all the problems are time being. You have to focus only. So there are very good career options, be it company secretaryship, be it chartered accountancy. So our career guidance, career counselings are available here in MIT only. So you can approach to the concerned counselor coordinators and you can start with the career. So with this, as I mentioned, प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकते हैं. वेन एवर आई वॉज गेटिंग डिसअपॉइंटेड मीन्स सी वी आर ह्यूमन बीइंग अल्टीमेटली ना. कभी तो निराश होता है आदमी, कभी तो डिप्रेशन आता है. तो व्हेन आई वॉज परसुइंग माई करियर देन कभी तो कार वैसा डिस्टर्बेंस होता था, निराशा आता था. देन आई वॉज मीन्स ला मांचा, यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट द ला मांचा, इज़ द जापानीज पोएट. तो उसकी एक पोएम है दैट आई विल प्रेजेंट फॉर यू एंड देन आई विल फिनिश माई टॉक. सो ला मांचा सेज टू ड्रीम द इम्पॉसिबल ड्रीम. टू ड्रीम द इम्पॉसिबल ड्रीम. जे अशक्य आहे ते स्वप्न मला बघायचं आहे. टू रन व्हेअर ब्रेव डेअर नॉट टू गो. ज्या ठिकाणी कुणी जाण्याचं सुद्धा धाडस करत नाही त्या ठिकाणी जाऊन मला धावायचं आहे. टू बिअर द अनबिअरेबल सॉरो. टू बिअर द अनबिअरेबल सॉरो. जे असह्य असं दुःख आहे ते दुःख मला सहन करायचं आहे. टू राईट द अनफॉरगिवेबल रॉंग. जे अक्षम्य आहे ते मला सुधारायचं आहे, ते बरोबर करायचं आहे. टू ट्राय व्हेन युअर आर्म्स आर टू वेरी. तुम्हाला समोर हिमालय दिसतोय, तुम्हाला समोर तुमचं हिमालय दिसतोय, त्याचवेळी तुमचे बाहू थकलेले आहे, तुमचे पाय थकलेले आहे, तुमचं शरीर पूर्ण थकलेलं आहे. त्यावेळी तुम्हाला जाऊन धावायचं आहे आणि तो हिमालय पार करायचा आहे. टू रीच दॅट अनरिचेबल स्टार. दॅट स्टार मीन्स युअर करियर, युअर गोल. टू रीच दॅट अनरिचेबल स्टार. दॅट इज माय क्वेस्ट टू फॉलो दॅट स्टार. फाईट फॉर द राईट. फाईट फॉर द राईट without pause, without questions, to be willing to march into the hell for heavenly cause. मला तो तारा गाठायचा आहे, मला सत्यासाठी झगडायचं आहे, मला त्यासाठी कुठलाही थांबा घ्यायचा नाही आहे, कुठलाही प्रश्न मला विचारायचा नाही आहे, मला नरकात जायची सुद्धा माझी तयारी आहे. त्यासाठी कारण फक्त स्वर्गीय असलं पाहिजेत. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
Thank you so much, sir, for that elaborative session and covering all the detailed points of choosing CS as a career option. Moving ahead, ACCA is known to be one of the most acceptable degrees throughout the world. It is essential to understand the applicability of ACCA in real world. We now have our third guest of honor, ACCA Nuh Khushal sir, Senior Business Relationship Manager, ACCA India, who will be putting light on the topic ACCA as a career option for commerce students. But before he starts up with the session, I would like to introduce him to you all. Nuh Khushal sir is currently the Senior Business Relationship Manager for Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA, responsible for handling business relations with key stakeholders and supporting India as a growth market for ACCA. He has driven ACCA's pioneering work in developing the profession in India and has been instrumental in building ACCA's grounded reputation in accountancy towards educational bodies. Nuh sir brings with him years of expertise in driving strategic alliances in the education sector. Previously, he has worked with a few other MNCs for strategy development and business relations. He studied strategic management at IIM Kozhikode and has an avid interest in accountancy, which is of growing importance globally. I now request Sir to take over the forum.
Thank you very much for the warm introduction. I see there are less people now. So, first of all, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. R.M. Chitnis, hello. Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. R.M. Chitnis, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Tapan Pandya, respected Anjali Sane ma'am, on behalf of ACCA, we would like to thank you for this opportunity, and it's quite a privilege to be here with this esteemed panel that we had. And, sorry, beg your pardon please, I think this is better. So, on behalf of ACCA, I wanted to thank you all for inviting us here, and I think all the faculties, all the students, and you know, you've been listening to several talks. Firstly, I wanted to congratulate you that you all, each and everyone sitting in this room who've gotten into MIT, I think that is one of the best decisions that you have made, and you should be very privileged. You should be feeling very privileged to have gotten into this institution, which is an institution of stature. I think one of the known institutions, and believe me, I think most of the senior representatives of different who have been harping upon the fact that, and I think Dr. R.M. Chitnis sir also started, what are you? And you know, why are we here? What makes this so important? And I was just requesting Dr. Anjali Sane ma'am that can we have more of a dialogue, and probably can we have more of a Q&A? So I'll be very happy if we can, you know, rather than one way, it can be a dialogue. And please participate, please challenge me and ask questions, please. So I was very intrigued when Dr. R.M. Chitnis sir said, India is an economy. What do you think you guys are? Anyone? You all the students sitting here, gotten into BCom, pursuing graduation, maybe having dreams, life ahead of you. So, see, basically, we all are drivers of economy. I mean, you guys is what is going to shape India 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, whatever field, whatever careers that you want to choose. Finance is that one of the most essential aspect of any business. I think everyone has dictated the same thing. Finance is very important to know, and which is what we are. We as a community, ACCA as a community, is that we make you more savvy and more business fluent in finance. For most of you who don't know about ACCA, I'll be very quick. I'll be very quick in my presentation here. Can we move on to the next slide, please? One more. That's it. So, we are a century-old organization. We are based out of UK and our head offices are in London. We have more than 5 lakh members now and several thousand students pursuing ACCA alone in India. And how are they pursuing is, we have lot of leading university tie-ups, leading tuition providers, so that you have support at each and every step. Do you know the arrangement that we have with MIT? Any one of you guys don't know about the arrangement that we have with MIT? That makes more sense to me, so that I can probably tell you more about it. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Move on to the next slide. Just before we begin, this is what our pioneering history is. We were, like I said, we are a century-old organization. We were formed in 1904. So a group of 4 or 5 accountants, they came together. They saw an opportunity and they felt that there needs to be something related to accountancy, because during those days, during those time, people weren't aware about finance, people weren't aware about accountancy. So they formed a group, and that group started, from 4 to 8 to 16, and that started multiplying, that started compounding, and we finally had, so today we are, like as I said, we are a 5 lakh plus member community. And we are growing in India. We have been tremendous. We've been getting tremendous responses from the university. More and more universities want to imbibe ACCA. One of the things that I would like to draw your attention here on the slide deck was in the second last point, which is the IFRS, the International Financial Reporting Standards. Are you guys aware about this term, IFRS? Being commerce students? You are. Great. So IFRS is the base of any accountancy, when accountancy, competency and the framework that you are doing. So even India is now, so we were the founders of IFRS way back in 1996. ACCA is the one that inculcated IFRS. Today, India has adopted IFRS. So that's the kind of outreach we've been able to deliver. Next slide, please. I'll be very quick, like I said. So for most of you who don't know about the program that we have with MIT, and we're very thankful, we are very privileged to have this program, is that it is integrated, it is an integrated program. So if you know the qualification structure, you will see that we have about 13 papers that you need to clear at each level. But in the BCom program that you're going to join, we have integrated ACCA's curriculum into the BCom program. Why we have done so is because you don't have to repeat the same thing that you have studied. So it's very carefully and very meaningfully designed. The first 6 papers are exempted for you. So when you are in your BCom, when you are studying BCom, you don't have to do this. You don't have to study that all over again. You simply don't have to give these 6 papers. The first paper that you will be starting will be the 7th paper that we have, FR, Financial Reporting. And that goes on. So this is to ensure that by the time you complete BCom, you also have this qualification. There are several qualifications coming along your way. So when you complete, can everyone just raise a hand from behind? Can you all see this structure of the qualification? You can, right? Thank you very much. So if you will see, there is FM, Financial Management. That is going to be the first leg of your qualification. That is where you are finishing the first level of the qualification, which is the applied skills level. After you finish 3 papers, just finishing 3 papers, you are getting an advanced diploma. That's a certificate that you're getting. There is also a further opportunity to pursue a BSc in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes University. Have you heard about Oxford Brookes University? Anyone? It's again based out of London, so there is a, but one of the most, I mean, one of the leading, one of the best universities that we have for finance and accountancy. So what happens is, after you finish this 7th paper, the applied skills, one is you are getting an advanced diploma. Secondly, you have a chance to, you need to write a passage. You need to write a thesis or a research report of about 2,000 words, and you stand a chance of getting a BSc degree in applied accounting. And that too from Oxford. You don't need to travel anywhere, you don't need to go. I mean, that's the beauty of the qualification, and that's what essentially we've been trying to do, building up more and more, so that with MIT, when you are pursuing this BCom, and I mean, there is a high possibility that even before you graduate, you get this qualification. After this, you will need to write just 4 more papers. That's all. Any questions so far on the college? This is very important to understand. So any questions here? We'll very quickly take it up. Very well. After we finish the qualification, there is also an opportunity to get an MSc, Masters of Science in Professional Accountancy from the University of London. Again, you don't have to travel to London, or you don't have to do anything. You are sitting here because you are a student of ACCA, because you are pursuing ACCA, which is why you are getting these benefits. And from MIT, again, you need to be connected. You do get this opportunity to complete a MSc in Professional Accountancy. Can we please move on to the next slide? Just see what all things that you are doing and developing. These are the degrees, certificates that you are collecting on the way. An advanced diploma, a BSc, MSc in Professional Accountancy, plus the BCom that you are getting from MIT World Peace University. That's like 5 qualifications, and these are all very meaningful essentials in the matter of 3 years. And we are not just, something like, you are buying you're buying a foreign product. So even if, your watch, you're wearing a watch, the pin doesn't work. So the watchmaker would ask you that, come after 10 days, I need to order, and, something will come for you, and then. So we are not like that. While it is very globally present, we have we have support systems for you at each and every level, even in India. So can we please move on to the next slide? Next slide, yeah. So right from the registration fees to how to make a registration, how to conduct, what lectures will be, all the lectures will be conducted here. You don't need to go anywhere. We have our approved learning partner, our platinum approved learning partner, the highest level of learning partnership that somebody attains in ACCA. The platinum approved learning partner teaching here at MIT. Why platinum approved learning partner is because the pass rates increases immensely. The platinum, so that's the kind of support we are talking about. The lectures, the study materials, exam resources, so on and so forth. Everything, it's going to be a very normal life for you. You are coming to college, you are attending lectures, just that you need to put a little extra hours. That is again very strategically formed along with the learning partner. Can we move on to the previous slide, please? A little previous slide, yeah. This is the exam structure. There are first 4 papers which are conducted any time during the year. You can take any time during the year. It's called on-demand CBE exams. There is a CBE center you need to visit, and you can book your exams and you can take the exam. The rest of the exams, which is from PM, the 5th paper onwards, which is again exempted for you. PM and tax is exempted for you. The first paper that you are going to write, FR, financial reporting, there are exam windows. So there are exams are conducted 4 times during an year, which is in March, June, September. So now this September again there is going to be an exam window. September and December. Every exam window at max you can give 4 papers, but again we don't want you to splurge in, which is why there is a learning partner who we have, there is a support mechanism what we have, and you know, for anything that you want to know, we are the ones who will be guiding you that, you know, now it is time to take 1 paper, take 1 paper at a time, pass rates increase, and what we want is by the time you complete graduation, you complete and go out with ACCA plus BCom. That's what the final motive remains to be. Next slide, please. Next slide. Thank you. Next slide. Yeah, one of the areas related to employment. So what happens when you complete ACCA qualification? And so, of course, you know, with our presence in 179 countries and with so many partnerships, so many global partnerships, one is, yes, you do have a mobility everywhere, but in case you wish to do even in India, once I've got some statistics for you. So these statistics is from ACCA members, the ACCA professionals who are already there in the community, and these are members. 1 in 10 professions is a head of finance, is a CEO or a chief operating officer, which is a big thing, and it was an enormous statistics which was very well defining, and it lured us as well to dig in more. What we did more was again, 1 in 10, sorry, earlier was 1 in 5, here 1 in 10 was working for Forbes 2000 companies. Are you aware about Forbes 2000 companies? One of the world's best, listed in NYSE, Nikkei, so on and so forth. FTSE companies that we call. Then there are the ACCA professions who are coming from 186 different nationalities. So you can imagine the differences and the diversity that it itself begins. So for example, you could be working with somebody, you are in India, you could be working with somebody back in UK, or maybe somebody in South Africa, or somebody in Dubai, or somebody in the US. So that's the kind of framework that we are providing. 63% of our members have worked in the past. One of the things that we are very, very proud of, 63% of the members have worked into a different sector, which means if you look forward to working in a particular sector, somebody wants to work in a fashion industry, somebody wants to work in retail, somebody wants to work in FMCG, somebody wants to work in, say, an airline company. We have our presence there, and our qualification, ACCA qualification, will make you available there. One reason is we already have our employer partnerships there. So these are the people who are recruiting, and I'll just come to it. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. We'll skip this slide. Some of the names from the Forbes 2000 organizations that we have taken. So you will see these are very, very diverse names. Some of the very diverse organizations that employ ACCA. And you can find about it more. I will urge you I will really urge you, can we, next slide please. Please go to jobs.accaglobal.com. These are all public figures. These are mentioned on our website, and these are all, I mean, you can find it on our website as well. So please visit jobs.accaglobal.com. You will find how many organizations are recruiting, in what manner they are recruiting, what is the pay packages that they are offering, so on and so forth. We recently conducted a virtual career fair. So virtual career fair is an innovation that we did during the times of COVID. Now, times for COVID were very immensely impacting for everyone. It was very consuming. So our people came back to us asking for the career fairs that we used to have. They want to liaison with the employers that work with us. So we did it virtually, and we rolled out about 2,000 job offers even during the pandemic. This year when we did, which we just completed last month, we did a virtual career fair again. Employers from across India, not just the leading cities, but everywhere. Some of the places where these organizations have presence, they recruited more than 4,000 people. More than 4,000, and these are not just ACCA members or ACCA affiliates. These are students who have completed 9 papers also. So even to that level, the job offers were rolled out. And I'm not just talking about job and earning money and so on and so forth, but imagine the kind of opportunities at this level. This is something that you need to think for yourself. Next slide, please. So as I said, support at every level. There is a career navigator which we have designed specifically for our students to know, because you are the ones, it's a diverse group. There may be 100 people sitting in this auditorium. Every one of us is different. I mean, I want to work in a movie industry. Somebody wants to, like I said, it's a very diverse group. How are we going to fulfill our desires? So there is a ACCA Career Navigator. You can go to the ACCA Career Navigator, you can put in what is it that you have inside of you. What are you strong at? What are your strengths? We will show you the job opportunities and how you need to reach out to those. There is ACCA practice platform. These are for your examinations. People say exams are difficult, we are unable to clear this, that, so on. There could be a lot of. We have created a separate platform only to practice. These will be the mock examinations that you will cover along with your commerce. With the ACCA qualification, the curriculum and everything that we will be doing, your commerce will become very easy. This is the feedback that we have got from across the universities that we are working with. Virtual career fairs I've already talked about. Teach Accounting magazine, students. So if you're using Android or iOS, Apple iPhone, go to the App Store or go to a Play Store. Just type ACCA. There are a lot of free resources. There are a lot of apps that we have. Student Accounting magazines. As a BCom student, don't pursue if you don't want to get into ACCA, but just have a look at the applications. Just have a look at what are the things that we have included in it. Even at that level, at a student level, I'm sure you will appreciate it quite a lot. I'm very sure, 100% sure. And these are all, one thing is, another very important thing is we are a very evolving organization. It is not a curriculum which was formed in 1904 that we are forming now, no. It is evolving. It is evolving. As SBL and SBR papers were just introduced about 3 years ago. Earlier there used to be 5 papers in the strategic professional levels. Now there are only 4. Evolving needs of the employers, of the members that we have, and there are tons of things. In interest of time, I'm unable to touch upon those things, which is why I'm requesting if you can go to accaglobal.com. You will find a lot of these things, and essentially these are some of the support areas that you should look at as commerce or as someone who want to make their career, develop themselves in the field of finance, accountancy and business management. Next slide. That's all from me. Thank you very, very much. If somebody has any questions, slightest of the question, we can take one or two. Anyone? Perhaps. Sure. Thank you very much for having me. It was very nice interacting with you. And thank you again, Anjali Sane ma'am, and quite a privilege to be here. Thank you very much and have a great day ahead.
Thank you so much, ACCA Noor Khushal sir, for explaining the session thoroughly on the topic of ACCA as a career option for commerce students. I'm sure that students must gain a lot of understanding of the course. So we just had a session on ACCA as a career option for commerce students. Well, there are students who opted for ACCA as their career and are successful today. To celebrate their success, I would like to call upon all the respected dignitaries, Professor Dr. Anjali Sane ma'am, and the esteemed guest speakers to felicitate the students. Yeah, sure. Yes. Starting up with, I would like to request Ms. Isha Joseph, Mr. Shakti Mittal, Mr. Ali Asgar Gandhi to be on stage for collecting the... One by one. Okay, sure. Starting up with Isha Joseph. Next is Mr. Shakti Mittal. And the third student, Mr. Ali Asgar Gandhi. We congratulate all the three students for their success and wish them all the best. Yes, yeah, sure. Moving ahead, the life of inner peace, being harmonious and without stress, is the easiest type of existence. With this, I would like to call upon Dr. Bini Serene ma'am, Peace Ambassador, Regional Director, Global Peace Initiative for India, by USA Doctor of Spirituality, Brahma Kumari's Global Hospital, Mount Abu. But before she starts up with her session, I would like to introduce her to you. Dr. Bini Serene Ma'am is the founder and president, Awakening Spirituality Global Initiative for Peace and Well-Being. She is the Director General, International Peace Initiatives at Global Board of Executives at All India Council of Human Rights and Social Justice. Regional Director, Global Peace Initiative for India by USA, Dr. Bini Serene Ma'am is an enlightened, dedicated spiritual leader, research scholar, and management consultant. She is international keynote speaker and well-known expert and educator for spirituality, human values, and peace enhancement subject, and Raj Yoga meditation trainer at various universities and organizations. Dr. Bini Serene Ma'am has been awarded first doctorate in the subject of spirituality and universal values, inspired by Honorable Past President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. She is also honored and recognized by past President of India, Srimati Pratibha Patil, for her noble doctorate work. I hand over the forum to Dr. Bini Serene Ma'am.
I'll request the students that few minutes more, you will give me the company. I know that time has already gone. A lot listening, very important guidance of our speakers. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you and very special greetings of peace to all of you. It is my proud privilege. First of all, I would like to give my sincere gratitude and congratulations to our very senior, I call him as my elder brother, Vishwanath Karadji, to whom I met in USA in World Parliament, and also our respected brother Rahul Karadji, our Vice Chancellor of this university, Brother Chitnisji, and our Anjali Saneji, and all of you, a galaxy of speakers here who presented. But this is today your day. So that is why today is a very special day. Today is also International Youth Day. What a coincidence here that all of you are here. I can say that you all are leaders. So we are listening from long time, but today my thought is to give you the experience. It is very important day. You see, it is starting from the word induction. What is the meaning of induction? Be prepared. Induction means go within. Look within, the peace within ourselves. First of all, in is very important because you are choosing a very important career. And preparing your inside mind is very important. So that is why let's go in. And when I was listening our speakers, I was finding a very peaceful meaning of your profession. When you just speak, be calm, it is like a be calm, be peaceful, be peace-loving. When you will be peace-loving, I will just a very short video to you because time is less, so it's I will tell them to show for 1 minute this peace video. So very important thing is if you really want to achieve in your life,
जिंदगी एक सफर है, रास्ते मुश्किल ही सही, हौसले गर हैं बुलंद तो मंजिलें फिर दूर नहीं। सब आए, सबको गले लगाए, आशा के बनकर मोती, प्यार की ज्योति, अमन हमारा धर्म है, अमन हमारा वतन है। We are the children of the ocean of love. Peace is our religion, and the land of peace is our home.
Peace is my religion.
शांति मेरा स्वधर्म है.
Peace is my nature.
शांति मेरा संस्कार है.
Peace is my treasure. शांति मेरा खजाना है.
शांति मेरी शक्ति है.
Peace is my language. शांति मेरी भाषा है.
शांति मेरा कर्म है.
अमन हमारा धर्म है, अमन हमारा वतन है. We run a jam in everything we do. It's in our hands to make our dreams come true.
Okay.
Shanti, Shanti,
Yes, it's okay.
Peace is my way of life. शांति मेरा स्वभाव है.
Peace is my power.
शांति हमारी
Yes, I think
संस्कृति
it's
है.
okay.
शांति हमारा संस्कार है.
So, again, a very special greetings to all of you. Very quick exercise. We are sitting from long time. I request you kindly, all our leaders, I call you from today, be calm. Because peace is very important within it. It is the inner quality. And it is not possible to achieve anything in the life unless and until we present, we address, we use the language of peace. I was in Harvard University, and I was surprised at the time. The university campus was not very loud, and every student was, because before completing my doctorate, I visited Harvard School of Divinity. And you know what was there written in the campus? Speak slowly. धीरे बात करनी है. It's very important quality. Peace is within. Peace in the thoughts. Peace in the words. Peace in the actions. Love peace. Like peace. Donate peace. It will not going to give you anything delay, but peace achieves everything, because the most important, when I interact with the students, they always, give them their feedback. They want concentration. They want to achieve more. They feel distracted by many, many things. So quick exercise to you. I request you kindly stand up. Today is your induction day. So peace begins with the smile. Mother Teresa said, peace begins with the smile. So I request you, turn to your partner, next person to you, next student to you, turn to your partner with a smile. Turn to them, yes, quickly, turn to them and smile. and give them the greetings of peace. Just say, I love peace, and then share the quality you like the best. Like, cooperation, love, dedication, any of the quality. Turn to them, give the greetings of peace, and share your quality. Yes, start. Turn to your partner, next person, next student to you. Turn नहीं हुए, अभी तक turn नहीं हुए. Look at them with the smile, give the greetings of peace to them, and share in your studies, in your induction, what you want to determine. किया सबने share? Everybody? We don't have time, otherwise I would have invited you, and now time is there. When you will be meeting after that, please share the quality which you have chosen to success for the excellence in your total career. It's very, very important when you start. Yes, please clap for you. Today is your day. Thank you. Sit down. Why I have introduced you this? It is the induction. It is the start of the day. When you start your day, smile. What a great day. What a great success. So when you smile, doctors say 75 trillion cells of your body get charged. You're ready for your work. You get motivational idea and intuitions. And this is my experience, that when I started my journey, I was 6-year-old. Nobody taught me meditation, but I started my journey with the spirituality. And I used to start my day with positive thought, positive nutrition for the mind, and it helped me in my studies. And I used to memorize and concentrate on many difficult things in a very less time, and I found a lot of achievements. So that is why I am sharing my tips to you, a practical experiences of the life. And when I met Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he is the one inspired me. Do this. It was challenging for me to complete the doctorate in the subject of spirituality and universal values, because it was the first one at that time when I completed. But he said, do it. You are able to do it because you started your journey in peace and spirituality in very young age. So that is why, dear students, I want to share with you the success formula, that you have the capacity to do it. It is already within you. So now I'm giving you the ABCD formula to you. Very simple and very powerful, because today is the day for you. Whatever you will choose, it will be going to happen in your day-to-day life. What is A? It is not only related with your 1, 2, 3 years of career, but it is related with your whole life. It is very, very important, very basic foundation of everything in your life. A means attitude of gratitude. Thankful रहना है. ये नहीं मिला, ये नहीं हुआ, तब हम दुनिया लाइफ में आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं. Be thankful because your parents are there. Today is a day, thank them from your heart. Because of them you are here. There are many more. There is a day to thank them. Today is the day of thanking the Almighty. That's why I'm also going to conduct few seconds of meditation prayer for you. So attitude of gratitude. Another important thing is abundance. You have abundance of qualities. एक दो नहीं है, मैं तो आपको बहुत सारी qualities देख रही हूँ. So you have abundance energy. Use it in a positive way. So I congratulate MIT that MIT has introduced this subject, Peace University. So when I was looking at the M, it means managing M means MIT means managing. Very important, most important technology of the life is peace. When you are peaceful, because our speakers, they have shared very good techniques. But when we can concentrate, when we can learn all these skills, when we are within ourselves, we will see and search and experience the quality of peace. Peace is not that you are becoming like lazy, or you can say that it is a slow process. No, peace is in thinking. So I'm adding peace and positivity. Then second important thing in the life is related with B. B means belief in yourself. It is the self-confidence. I was connected with many projects of UNA Peace. And of course, I feel glad to share that Brahma Kumaris also completed and continuing with many peace projects. We had the one project of UNA Million Minutes of Peace Appeal. You will be surprised to know when we got the feedback forms filled up from the youth. They all said they love peace and they want to lead a peaceful and happier life. We had the project of culture of peace. It's very important to have the culture of peace when we speak to each other. Be loving, be polite, give them the gift of peace. When you go out from here, it is a real start of your career. Give each and every one the gift of love, the gift of peace, the gift of patience to others. So believe in yourself. And Dr. Paula Fellingham was with me, and many times we had the sessions in the Amity University. I went many times there because we signed the MOU with Amity Delhi, and that was Global Initiative for Peace and Well-being. So we did peace, of course. Next time, if I will come, we will have more activities. That is how to have the peace building, peace paintings, peace musics, and also kind of a peace collection and collaborations. It's very important how you present your things, even you're upset. So believe in yourself. So one book, if you get chance, read Believe and Become. When you believe, you become that. C means, very important thing is confidence. Today, whatever you are having, if you don't have confidence, you are not able to achieve that. So be confident that you are going to achieve. So C means confidence, contentment, contributions, commitment, and caring. Be caring. This is the time everybody needs care. Care your parents. Care your brothers and sisters. Listen to them. It's very important thing. And the fourth is D. The key to success is determination, dedication, and daring. हिम्मत रखनी है. हौसला बुलंद कर रास्ते पर चल दे. हौसला बुलंद कर रास्ते पर चल दे. तुझे तेरा मुकाम मिल जाएगा. बस एक कदम रखने का हौसला रख. काफिला खुद ब खुद बनता चला जाएगा. काफिला खुद ब खुद बनता जाएगा. So you are not alone. मैं एक को नहीं देख रही. जब आप बाहर निकलेंगे तो आप कई काफिले तैयार कर सकते हैं. That is what a leadership is. Leadership is inspirational. Leadership is by an example. You are leader within. Awake that leadership within yourself. And I would like to quote a very beautiful words of Swami Vivekananda when he said about the youth. The youths are the heroes of tomorrow, the heroes of today. Never say no. Never say I can't. Because you have the infinite power All the powers are there within you. You can do anything what you want. So it is very, very important thing, but I would like to suggest our all heroes. Are you heroes? All of you are heroes? Yes? Okay, all of you? So we have to take care of few of our weaknesses, or we can say that enemies. And it is what, when I said A, B, C, D formula to you, then be away from anger. When anger is there, peace will not be there. दोनों रहेंगे साथ में. Angry हो जाना. Keep enthusiasm with you. Keep courage with you. But anger is what? Destroying the energy of 75 trillion cells when you get angry. तो angry रहना choose करेंगे. Be calm. Remember, be calm. When you will give few seconds of peace to yourself, because I look at you, all of you are the peace messengers. Consider yourself, be peace ambassadors. Because wherever you will travel, you will be going to take with you the energy. Of course, you will get the success, it is definite, but along with you will be the qualities which will be going to serve for the long time, whether you will be in your career, whether you will be in your families, whatever you want to achieve, you will be more successful. This is what my personal experiences I am sharing to you. B means, what is the B? Becoming addicted to the mobile. Addiction तो नहीं रखना है, देखिए जरूर, but आजकल तो पता नहीं चलता है, लगा रहता है और वॉक कर रहे होते, don't know to whom you are speaking. Okay? So be careful. Use whatever our esteemed speaker said. Yes, use it for the technology, for information. So outer internet is there, but keep in mind the inner network is very important. Keep the inner network clear and calm. So you can use the other internets also, isn't it? So that data, like today when I was listening, of course, new words I was learning. When you are in commerce or bank balancing, so today is a one formula for all of you, is increase your income. How to increase your income? Income. Go within. Search your qualities. When you will go inside, you will find tremendous qualities are there, and when you use those qualities in your profession, you will double your income. So one of the SQ of the life is spiritual bank balance. आप देखिए सब कुछ बैंक बैलेंस होते हुए भी आप अपनी लाइफ का एक क्षण, एक घंटा भी एक्स्ट्रा नहीं जी सकते हैं. लेकिन आपका अच्छे कर्मों का अगर बैंक बैलेंस है, अभी टाइम नहीं है, मैडम नेक्स्ट टाइम स्टोरी आपको बताने वाली हूँ कि सब बैंक बैलेंस रह जाते हैं, आपका कर्म अच्छा नहीं होता, आपके शब्द अच्छे नहीं होते, then you suffer in your life. So very important income. Start this account right now. हम start कर सकते हैं, हमारे eminent speakers बैठे हैं. This income bank balance we can start from today. Check yourself. किसी को दुख तो नहीं दिया, किसी को कड़वे शब्द तो नहीं बोले, किसी के साथ एंग्री तो नहीं हुए. If we are losing this, it means we are losing the bank balance. So this is the spiritual bank balance. Start, open an account. An interesting thing about this bank balance and account is उस पैसे में जितना आप यूज करेंगे कम होता जाएगा, कम होता जाएगा. 10 रुपए हैं, आपने 5 रुपए यूज किए, आपका बैंक बैलेंस 5 है. लेकिन ये अनोखा बैंक बैलेंस है, इसमें जितना यूज करेंगे आपका बढ़ता चला जाएगा. दैट इज वाई ज्ञानेन साध्यते शक्ति. Wisdom is the power. Use it in a right way. Use in a right method. Keep on giving and giving. The more you give, you get. This is the law of attraction of the positive energy in your day-to-day life. So are you ready to open this bank balance? सब तैयार है? All of you, raise your hands. Okay, so let us do, और D मैं लास्ट में बता रही हूँ, criticizing और waste energy, इससे आपका कम होती जाएगी. And D is very important thing, डर मत रखिएगा. Fear factors को 33% of American population is living in fear and phobia and anxiety. You will be surprised to know their data. In these 2 years it has changed. तो स्टूडेंट्स को फियर नहीं होना चाहिए. मुझे पता है मैनी स्टूडेंट्स एग्जाम फोबिया फियर एंग्जाइटी होगा कि नहीं होगा, कर पाएंगे कि नहीं. नो, टुडे इज़ अ स्पेशल डे. Everything will be all right, everything will be okay. So now I am just conducting one exercise for you. This I have done because I go maximum to army. That is why I was listening and sharing with our Vijay Kalaji, brigadier was there. And many universities I have been already. When I was in Penn University, so I was meeting some of the students even in the Oxford University. So what they were liking, सब पूछते थे इंडिया में हाउ यू डू योगा एंड मेडिटेशन, हमें अभी भी सिखा दीजिए. यू नो हाउ क्यूरियस दे आर. वी शुड रिस्पेक्ट अवर कल्चर ऑफ योगा एंड मेडिटेशन. ज्ञानेन साध्यते शक्ति योगेषु कर्मे को कौशलम. It is a life art. It is a life skill. So I am just sharing right now with winding up. But it is not winding up. It is a new journey. Have you heard of power of subconscious mind? I have used the power of affirmations. And many thousand people I have conducted this exercise. I am conducting for you also. Affirmations are what? Affirmations are the most positive statements to your subconscious mind. The more you are going to repeat the positive statements, जिसको हिंदी में कहें शक्तिशाली वाक्यों को जब आप दिन में दोहराते हैं, that is going to happen. 100% achievement is there. आप डर रहे हैं होगा कि नहीं होगा, कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, whether success or failure, it means you are giving this feedback to your subconscious mind. Use the power of subconscious mind and let us do it. I repeat the affirmations for you and जैसे भारत माता की जय करते उसके साथ साथ आप मेरे साथ रिपीट करेंगे. Are you ready for this? और इसको आप करते रहना है. Keep on doing it. Don't be discouraged. हताश और निराश होने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं. जब आपको लगे you are low esteem, you repeat these sentences, the things are going to happen. Okay, right hand ऊपर करेंगे और करते जाए. I can do. I can do. I am successful. आवाज़ नहीं आ रही, क्या बात है. अभी लंच में जल्दी जाने वाले हम. वापस दोहराएंगे. I can do. I am successful. I am hero. I am the best. I love MIT. I am confident. I love peace. I am brilliant. I love myself. I am self-confident. God loves me. कैसा लग रहा है एनर्जी लेवल? ऐसे तो बैठ के किया है, वैसे हम लोग खड़े होके करते हैं. भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की. MIT जिंदाबाद. MIT जय भी बोल सकते हैं. आप सब तैयार हो रहे हैं ना? MIT की जय. सो यू नो वाई ये होता था पुराने ज़माने में. यू नो द एनर्जी कम्स. डू दैट फॉर योर माइंड. इट विल हैपन. चूज एंड राइट डाउन. लिखने की आदत डालिए. जो एवरी डे अफर्मेशन यू मस्ट राइट. सो नाउ वाइंडिंग अप विद फ्यू सेकेंड्स ऑफ for your success, for your good wishes, for your health and happiness. Be careful, health is very important. we are conducting this meditation. I request you kindly, meditation video. Sit straight, back straight, normal breathing. This is a little experience to you. When you get up, spare your time. Smile and relax. Be confident and cheerful. Yoga and meditation is the art of achieving success. Give yourself powerful thought that I am successful. Who am I? Why I am here? What is my vision? Remind yourself, I am peaceful being. Peace is my true nature. Visualize in the middle of your forehead spiritual energy, soul, point of infinite light. I am creator of my destiny. I am having this unique power. Today I realize my inner peace. With these positive thoughts of inner journey, turning your mind and tuning it to the Almighty, Supreme Teacher. Today is the day to receive blessings from the Almighty for the success. Feel the blessings from the Almighty, the point of supreme light and energy. Feel the energy on your whole body, on your head, on your heart. With these feelings, with these blessings, today is my new journey of happy and peaceful life, success of my career. Feeling of gratitude and thanks to everyone, to Almighty, to our dear parents, to our teachers. Those have really contributed in our lives. Om Shanti. Shanti. peace in the family, peace in the society, peace in the world, and also in our nation. Thank you very much. Wishing you all the best and great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that enlightening session. Moving ahead, express gratitude for the greatness of small things. On this note, I would like to call upon Professor Dr. Shubhangi Gaikwad, ma'am, to present vote of thanks and instructions for the next session. I hand over the forum to Professor Dr. Shubhangi Gaikwad, ma'am.
Thank you, Simon. A very good afternoon to one and all, and a happy International Youth Day. It has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful event. So, on behalf of the management, MIT World Peace University, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests of today's induction function for gracing this occasion. Firstly, I would like to thank Brigadier Dr. Vijay Kala sir for motivating our students. Sir, your thoughts and examples on leadership have really inspired all of us. I would like to thank CA Dilip Sadbhai sir for very well explaining us about the importance of CAs in our country. He even insisted on the fulfillment of the requirement regarding the same. Thank you so much, sir. I thank CS Sanjay Pathare sir for highlighting his knowledge on the CS course as a career option by explaining us about its module, structure, role, and its importance too. I sincerely thank ACCA Nuha Kushal sir for telling us about ACCA and making us well-versed with the Companies Act also. So thank you so much, sir, for that. I feel proud to thank Brahma Kumari Dr. Bini Sareen Ma'am Ji for gracing the occasion and delivering a wonderful session on peace, which has become really a need of the day. Ma'am, your session was really awesome and was full of spirit, motivation, and confidence. We definitely got to know two things from that: be calm, that is, be calm, and increase the spiritual bank balance. My sincere thanks to our very own Vishwanath Karat sir, Rahul sir, Chitnis sir, and Tapan Panda sir for always inspiring and supporting us for conducting such type of events in the school. I thank our Associate Dean, School of Commerce, Dr. Anjali Sane ma'am, for her kind support and motivation for the organization of this event. Finally, I thank a wonderful anchor, Simon, for doing a wonderful anchoring, Shashank and his student volunteer team, technical support team, photography and videography team, teaching and non-teaching staff of School of Commerce for the smooth conduction of this event. I thank the freshers, our first-year newly admitted students and their parents, and finally the wonderful audience for their patient listening. So thanks one and all present over here. Thank you all. There is an instruction for the parents and the first-year students that after this session, we have kept snacks, that is lunch. Arrangement of that is being kept outside the hall only. You people have to take it from there. And we will be starting with the post-lunch session at 2:30 p.m. So it's going to be a half-an-hour session for you over there. So after that, we'll be having different sessions being delivered by the examination team, APO, by telling you about the rules and regulations of the institute. And then we have even organized a cultural event for the students. So all the cultural students will be volunteering for the same. So thank you so much. And we request all of you to please enjoy the lunch which is being arranged outside the hall. Thank you so much.